Mike Sports Vibes, thank you for vibing with me.
Yeah.
Mike Sports Vibes, thank you for vibing with me. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. Let's go.
I really do this.
I'm a hybrid fan. I'm a stand-up man.
Yeah.
They be hating on the squads, but they really a fan. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. Let's go.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? What is going on? Shout out to each and every one of y'all that's in the building. Hopefully y'all can hear me loud and clear. Hopefully everybody can hear me loud and clear. Shout out to each and every one of y'all. God bless to each and every one of y'all. I'm your host, Mike Sports Vibes. I'm just a passionate Viking fan that wants to win a Super Bowl. When I give you my opinion, this is nothing personal on any player or anybody. I'm just giving you how I feel. And how I feel right now with the Vikings is the biggest problem. Yeah, we're going to talk about the drafting as well. But the biggest problem to me is the coaching. Now, we fired the offensive line coach, right? Now, what's the excuse going to be? Now, I understand we had injuries, but the one thing that I keep on hearing is that's the reason why we were so terrible last year. Yes, injuries are part of the reason why we were bad, but it's not the only reason why. The biggest reason is head coach Kevin O'Connell. Let me give I got some people in the building. Shout out to Mary. Shout out to Smeagol. Shout out to everybody in the building. What's going on? Jace, what's going on? So, the biggest reason for me is Kevin O'Connell in his stubbornness to change to what the talent he has on that football field. Meaning, right? When it came to 2022, I think that was his first season with the Vikings, 2022, right? Was it 2022 or 2023? One of the two. I think it's 2022. He took over. We had Kirk Cousins. We had the Donashell defense. Why did it take you so long? Why didn't you fire Donashell? Why didn't you fire the defensive coordinator if we're giving up all these points every single game? And even though our offense was pretty darn good in 2022, our defense was horrible, and you didn't you're the head coach. You're going to have to, listen, sometimes being nice doesn't get you far sometimes. It's okay to be respectful, but you can't be too nice when you're trying to win a Super Bowl. If your defense is horrible for 10 weeks straight, why didn't you fire Donashell, right? So you let him be the defensive coordinator. Kirk Cousins had a pretty darn good season. And what happened, ladies and gentlemen? What happened? We got to the playoffs. All these comeback wins because our defense was so horrible throughout the whole entire season. And guess what happened? Our defense not only let us down in the playoffs against Daniel Jones at home in the wild card game, but on top of that, throughout the whole entire season, even though our offense was pretty lights out, Kirk Cousins was pretty darn good that year. I ain't gonna say Eric Cat. Kirk Cousins was pretty good. That probably was his best season of his career, probably. We didn't run the ball enough. Even though we had a top 6 offense in 2022, we were 28th in rushing the football. So how does that make sense? And the reason why I'm bringing this all up, because if you're trying to get to the Super Bowl, I don't care if you have the greatest quarterback of all time. You have to have a better rushing attack than 28th overall. There's 32 teams in the NFL. Can you name one Super Bowl champion that had that low of a rushing attack and when it comes to rushing the ball that won a Super Bowl? I don't think I can name one, right? And the two teams that's in the Super Bowl right now got a top, let me see, the Patriots and the Seahawks. I'm all over the place, but let me land my plane. I'm going to land my plane in a little bit. Give me about 30 to an hour. I'm going to land this plane, and I'm going to get to the points, right? So you have, let's look at the rushing for, we're going to look at the rushing for the Patriots. So the Patriots are 6th when it comes to rushing the ball. You want to know where the Seahawks are? Where are the Seahawks? Seahawks are 10th. So my whole thing is this. You have a quarterback of Sam Darnold's caliber with the Seahawks, and they're still rushing the ball a lot, right? You have a second-year quarterback in Drake May, and what are they doing? They're running the freaking football. This is not rocket science. Even though people want to overstate, it's not his fault that JJ McCarthy doesn't know how to run his system, bro. You have to adjust to what you have on the football field. You don't have Sam Darnold throwing the ball. You don't have Kirk Cousins throwing the ball. You have JJ McCarthy throwing the ball. So run the freaking ball. And even though I don't mean to be like when I'm saying we have JJ McCarthy like he's a bad quarterback, because he could be a good quarterback. But even though I'm saying all this, you got Sam Darnold. He was in the MVP conversations this year, and they have a top 10 rushing attack. You have Drake May in a second year. In his second year, he's 23 years old, and they rushing the ball so much throughout the season. They're number 6 in rushing the ball. So the common denominator for success for most of the teams that get to the Super Bowl is rushing the football. You don't necessarily have to be top 10, but you got to be better than in the 20s, in my opinion. And these two quarterbacks were both in the MVP conversations, and they're still rushing the ball. So you have a second-year quarterback in J.J. McCarthy. This is his first year, technically. He's kind of like a rookie. And you got this man throwing the ball 40 times, and don't nobody want to hold Kevin O'Connell accountable. And I'm not saying y'all, that's in the chat. I'm talking about not enough people is holding Kevin O'Connell accountable because he has so many wins during the regular season. But wins in the regular season doesn't necessarily mean you're going to win in the postseason. Let me talk that talk.
Talk that talk.
Because we're not trying to have regular season awards anymore. Yes, I would like to win the NFC North Division. Yes, I would love to be the first seed in the NFC Conference. Yes, et cetera, et cetera. But at the same time, I want to win a Super Bowl. And I know, even though people don't want to value running backs and the running game as much for some strange reason, especially if you're a Viking fan, you should love running backs because we have some of the greatest running backs of all time. For some reason, these teams that are in the Super Bowl are top 10 at rushing the ball. Where is the Vikings? And I know people are going to say, well, our offensive line was banged up. Then, okay, I'm going to get to that point, which is true, right? But how come in 2025 NFL season, per carry with Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason, we averaged 4.5 a carry? That is very good. I don't know where it ranks when it comes to the whole NFL, but I guarantee you it's top 15, top 10. Guarantee you. 4.5 a carry is pretty darn good. So why did we stop running the ball? Why did you not run the ball with our second-year quarterback? You put him in situations that he shouldn't have been in during the whole season. And I'm going to get to the chat real shortly. You put J.J. McCarthy in situations that he shouldn't have been in, and now a lot of people gave up on the young man. Yes, he has to take care of the football. Yes, the offensive line was banged up. Then why are you calling plays that are designed for 30 yards down the field when you know your offensive line is banged up? Can somebody tell me and give me a reason for that? It doesn't make sense because even though our offensive line was banged up, we were still rushing the ball very good. So why would you get away from something that's working for you when you have a top 3 defense, a top 10 defense all season long, and you listen, I'm so happy that our defense did not give up on this team, because if it wasn't for this defense, I truly feel that Kevin O'Connell would have got fired, because we probably would have only won like 2 or 3 games. I'm being honest with y'all, because this defense was holding it down for most of the season, and our offense was ranked 29th in total offense this whole entire season. But let me get back to what I was saying about, what was I saying at the first thing? All right, so Sam Darnold. Even though Sam Darnold was terrific in 2024 for the Vikings, we won 14-3. What was the thing that really cost us? Yes, Christian Darrisaw got hurt. Injuries are part of the game, ladies and gentlemen. We just seen the 49ers get a game away from the NFC Championship game with a whole team that was hurt. So I'm not bringing up injuries right now. But we did lose Christian Darrisaw, but we replaced him with Cam Robinson. Crazy was cooking and got Cam Robinson. Do y'all remember that? So even though that happened, right? What was the biggest thing that we were complaining about all season long? I know I was. Why don't we run the ball more? Even though Sam Darnold was throwing dime after dime to Justin Jefferson, throwing dime after dime to Jordan Addison, throwing dime after dime to TJ Hockenson, Aaron Jones, whoever was the wide receiver, Sam Darnold was throwing dimes. But the one thing you do to help out a quarterback, whether he's a veteran or not, is to run the freaking ball. What did the Seahawks do this whole season? Run the ball. What did they do in the divisional round? They ran the ball. They barely even passed the ball. And people were like, oh, well, Sam Darnold didn't really do too much. We didn't need to. All you got to do is run the ball. Why do something different when it's working? And then in the NFC Championship game, he aired the ball out because he needed to. Put the team on his back and he aired it out. Did his thing. But my point is, the common denominator from when you go to 2022, right? Because I might even go into 2023 because I know Kirk Cousins got hurt. 2022, our rushing attack was ranked 28th. 2025, even though we're banged up on the offensive line, or even though we was averaging 4.5 a carry, our rushing attack is 23rd. In 2024, even though Sam Darnold was playing at an MVP caliber pretty much all season until the last couple of games, our rushing attack was 19th. The common denominator is Kevin O'Connell. Yes, the numbers look great, but people got to look past the numbers and see what's on that dang on football field. And are we getting dubs when it counts the most, or are we losing when it counts the most? We're losing when it counts the most. So all these nice little stats that everybody glorifies when it comes to all these passing yards and all that other stuff, it might not get you the Super Bowl if you don't run that dang on ball. Whether if we had Sam Darnold in 2025 or not. If we had Sam Darnold in 2025, we probably wouldn't be, I guarantee we'll get to the playoffs. I tell you that right now. We'll get to the playoffs. Even with a banged up offensive line, we will still get to the playoffs because Sam Darnold could use his legs as well. He's not athletic like JJ McCarthy, but he can still use his legs, and he's super, super accurate. He's more athletic than people give him credit. But we would get to the playoffs. But it's not a guarantee we would be in the Super Bowl like the Seahawks. And the reason why is coaching, play calling. We have the defense, y'all, but we don't have the play caller. We have the defense, y'all, but we don't have the play caller. When it's 3rd and short, we will go for a play action pass, going for a touchdown. When it's 4th and inches, he will call a play, a trick play with our tight end, one of our slowest players, respectfully speaking, TJ Hockenson, and try to run it with our tight end instead of running it with our fullback or something like that. It does. Some of the play calling, he overthinks it. I feel like he thinks that football is rocket science. I'm not saying that is a sport that you can't think, but some of the most intelligent people play football, right? But at the same time, he overthinks it and tries to do too much. And I understand people love the wins when it comes to the regular season, but I'm tired of talking about regular season as a Viking fan. I want to talk about wins in the postseason. When's the last time we got to the Super Bowl? Can anybody answer that question? Can anybody answer that question? Probably 40 years ago. There's so many Viking fans right now that haven't even experienced the team getting to the dang on Super Bowl. The most we experienced since we've been a Viking fan, I'm talking for myself and other people like my age, we experienced the NFC Championship game twice. One with Brett Favre when we lost to the Saints, and another with Case Keenum. It's a bull crap. It's bull crap. I'm trying to win a Super Bowl. And the weakest link for me is the head coach. Now we got to talk about drafting. Hold on now. Let me get to the chat. I just had to speak my mind because I'm so freaking frustrated, and not enough people are holding this coach accountable. When it comes to developing, you put our quarterback in the wrong positions. I'm talking about JJ McCarthy. You made him look like he was worse than what he actually was. And I'm not saying that JJ McCarthy didn't make mistakes. That's not what I'm saying. So I don't want people saying, "Oh, you just think you think he's going to be great, or he's not as good as you think he is, or I don't even know if he's a bust or not." I don't think he is. My biggest thing about JJ McCarthy was never his talent. It was his being available. Available is my biggest question with JJ McCarthy. It is not his talent. Yes, I'm a Drake May guy. I've been telling people prior to the draft that I'm rocking with Drake May. That was my guy. It was Drake May and it was Caleb Williams, my two quarterbacks in that 2024 NFL draft. But since we drafted JJ McCarthy, listen, I've been rocking with JJ. I've been sticking up for JJ probably more than a lot of other Viking fans. The one thing that I just can't really say anything about is injuries. If you think about it, right? The last few games, how many games we won in the last 3-4 games? We won like 4 games in a row, whatever, right? What did Kevin O'Connell say? He adjusted, he simplified the play calling for his young quarterbacks, which he shouldn't have even said that, because now we know you were stubborn the whole entire season and you let our guy fall apart. You let our guy fall apart all season long, and you waited until week 14 to simplify the play calling. You waited till week 14 to simplify the play calling. And when he simplified the play calling, what happened, ladies and gentlemen? He looked like a different quarterback. Whether he threw for 300 yards or not, he looked like a different quarterback. But it's unacceptable for a head coach to wait until week 14 to make adjustments. That's the same thing I was talking about defensive coordinator in 2022, Donna Shell defense. You need to fire people that's not doing a good job. If your offensive line coach ain't doing a good job, why didn't you fire him and replace him? That is a sign of a leader. Listen, you can't be too nice when you're trying to win a Super Bowl. You can be respectful, but they got to go. If they're not doing a good job, they got to go. And I'm so tired of all these excuses. With Kevin O'Connell, I had people saying, well, if we let Kevin O'Connell, and I say this respectfully, if we let Kevin O'Connell go, 10 other teams are going to want him. Take him. You think I can? Listen, take him. Take him. I'll take Mike Tomlin. We could have had John. There's a couple other coaches I would like to take. Take Kevin O'Connell. If 10 other teams want him, go take him. Because what I know now, he doesn't like to run the ball. Like, everybody's so, Kevin O'Connell could do no wrong in people's eyes. It doesn't make sense. Do you not want to win a Super Bowl or not? When the Eagles, shout out to TY, shout out to everybody in the building. God bless everybody. Make sure you hit the like button if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button. We're going live for primetime games, and we're also going live for every Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. But get into the Eagles, right? They fired their Super Bowl winning head coach because he wasn't part of the plan. Want to know why? Because he wasn't trying to be part of the plan. He thought his ego was too big. He didn't want to match the GM's energy, so he said, "I skedaddle. Hasta luego, hasta la vista. We'll get another head coach." And they got another head coach, and they won another Super Bowl. My point is, Kevin O'Connell ain't win no dang on Super Bowl, y'all. He ain't win no Super Bowl. So why is people saying that he's such a great coach? Is our standard so low? Or we listen, I'm asking a simple question, y'all. Are the Minnesota Viking fan base standards so low when it comes to great coaches? You can just win a lot of regular season games, and that's all, and you don't have to win when it counts the most. Because I'm a Viking fan, and I'm for dang sure my standards are high. Listen, that's why I'm willing to skedaddle when it comes to him. We stuck with him. But we could have had other coaches this offseason. This was the best offseason to get a head coach. We could have got John from the Ravens. We could have got Mike Tomlin from the Steelers. Mike Tomlin never had a losing season. Mike Tomlin never had a losing season. And the Steelers let him go. They signed Mike McCarthy. He got one Super Bowl too, by the way. But my point is, this would have been the year. But listen, if Kevin O'Connell does not adjust his play calling, Viking fans, I want you to hear me loud and clear. If he doesn't adjust his play calling, we are not winning a Super Bowl with Kevin O'Connell. I say that respectfully for all the Viking fans all around the world. Whether you listen, I love the Vikings just as much as y'all. Kevin O'Connell, if he doesn't adjust his play calling to what the talent is on the field, whether there's injuries, whether JJ McCarthy's the quarterback or not, we're not winning a Super Bowl because you have to run the ball. You have to be decent at running the ball. When the Eagles won it in, what year did the Eagles just win it? The last year. Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley was the leading rusher, I believe. They ran the ball all the dang on time. Most of the teams that win Super Bowls run the ball pretty good. I'm trying to tell y'all, throughout the history of the NFL, yes, there might be some teams that might be 20th, maybe, at running the ball, maybe. But for the most part, most of these teams run the football. I'm just being honest with y'all. We can't just air the ball out. And I heard a shout out to Purple Daily. I want to give a shout out. I was listening to them this morning. Shout out to them. I was listening to them talk, right? And they was talking about Kevin O'Connell, and you know how the game against the what was it? The Patriots versus the who the Patriots just barely beat? The Broncos. The Patriots just beat the Broncos in that crazy weather. They were saying, would Kevin O'Connell try to throw the ball, in other words, or would he run the ball? You have to run the ball in that weather. Kevin O'Connell will probably try to air the ball out. I'm telling y'all what I know. This man would try to throw it 30 yards down the field when there's a blizzard happening, when there's a snowstorm happening. This guy cannot get it together, y'all. I'm trying to be positive, but I'm so over being, all right, let me just be let me not go all the way out with it, how I really feel. I got to go all the way out with it, y'all, because I'm so tired of losing. I'm tired of losing. I am so tired of losing, y'all. And when you talk about Sam Darnold exposed this team because he's in the Super Bowl. They got a top 10 defense, and they have Sam Darnold. But what's the difference? We have better wide receivers than the Seahawks, in my opinion. I think Justin Jefferson's better than Smith, in my opinion. I think Jordan Addison's a very good wide receiver, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Our offensive line ain't the best, but it's decent. They got a decent offensive line. What's the common denominator? The play calling, y'all. And what makes me so irritated, you got Bradbury. We thought he was a bust. We thought he was terrible. We thought he wasn't good. He's the starting center for the Patriots right now. The Patriots are in the Super Bowl. I made a joke, and I want to say I apologize, Bradbury. I apologize, bro. It wasn't you necessarily. It was the play calling, because when you had these long, drawn-out plays that take a while to develop, it's going to give the defensive line, the linebackers, the safeties, the cornerbacks to pretty much be able to, get to you. Listen, facts are the facts, y'all. Facts are the facts, and I'm tired of all these people sticking up for Kevin O'Connell. If he doesn't do his thing this season, I hope Viking fan standards are so much higher when it comes to winning and trying to get to a Super Bowl that we are going to say, fire him. Straight up. Fire him. If you can't do the job, fire him. If you're too nice and our offensive line coach sucks this upcoming season and you don't fire him, you need to get fired. How is it that our defense is the identity of this team when our head coach is an offensive-minded head coach? How is that? I know I'm not, listen, how is that? Our defense, we don't have no Myles Garrett. We don't have these giant superstars on defense, but we have a lot of dogs. We have a lot of good players, and we have a heck of a defensive coordinator that needs more credit. And Brian Flores, since he's been a defensive coordinator of the Vikings, has made this team a Super Bowl contender. Just on the defensive side of the ball. I can't talk about the offensive side of the ball. But on the defensive side of the ball, for the most part, it's been amazing since he's been the defensive coordinator. But can our offense match the energy of the defense? And we better hope Brian Flores stays. Man, I know there's like a good chance he might stay at this point now, but it ain't guaranteed. Let me get to these comments. I just had to really talk my mind because I'm so frustrated and I have high standards for this team to win a Super Bowl. And I am tired of people giving Kevin O'Connell a pass every single year. Oh, it's injuries. Well, what about the excuse about the 49ers? The 49ers lost their whole team almost. They even lost George Kittle in the dang-on game against the Eagles and still beat the Eagles in Philly. George Kittle's one of the best tight ends in the game. He lost him. Kyle Shanahan made the adjustments and had the fullback catching passes. That's a sign of a good head coach, y'all. We gotta get our standards higher when it comes to winning Super Bowls. We better not be the last team in our division to win a Super Bowl. That's all I got to say. We got to figure out something. We have to figure out something and fast. I'm so tired of being tired. I just want to win, y'all. Like, it's nothing personal on Kevin O'Connell. Some people will be like, oh, like people getting their feelings. Oh, you just hate Kevin O'Connell. Oh, you don't like him. It's not that I hate Kevin O'Connell. I don't hate anybody. I don't hate nobody in this world. I might dislike some people, but I don't hate nobody in this world. But I'll tell you one thing. The one thing that I want to do is win a Super Bowl. And what I am seeing is that this team has no chance to win a Super Bowl, even with a top 10 defense, because our head coach doesn't want to make adjustments. All these freaking excuses. All these excuses, y'all. Oh, our offensive line's hurt. Well, why did we average 4.5 a carry when we did run the ball? Why, when we ran the ball successfully, why did he give up on it in the second half when we're not even losing by a lot of points? Or we might be winning. We might be winning, and he'll still give up on the run. Why is that? Give me all the excuses in the world for Kevin O'Connell. Give me all the excuses, because that's all I hear when it comes to Kevin O'Connell. And I'm about to get to the drafting. Oh, my goodness. I'm about to get to the drafting as well. Crazy. You are not going to escape the smoke. You're not going to escape the smoke, Crazy. Trust and believe you're not going to escape the smoke, Crazy. This upcoming draft, you better get them all correct. Because I'm going to tell you this right now. There's no way that all the picks, and it's not all his fault, but a lot of it is his fault because you're the GM, you're the boss. So you need to know your personnel. If you draft certain players that need to be developed, you have to make sure you have the head coach and the coaches to develop them. If you know that your coaches can't develop anybody, why are you going to draft a player that needs to be like really developed? Let me talk that talk. Why would you do that?
That talk.
Because I'm going to keep it real. Ed Ingram looked pretty good with the Texans. Bradbury, I don't think he drafted Bradbury, but Ingram was a second-round pick. He looks really good. So how did he look good with the Texans? And that's why I said head coaching is a problem. Head coaching is a problem. I mean, or coaching in general is a problem. But Crazy, you going to get the smoke because at the end of the day, you know what we have. You know what coaches we have. You know what coaches we have, bro. So if you know we got these type of coaches, you need to draft players that are almost ready to play right away, bro. They might not have the highest ceiling, but they're ready to play because you know that's because you're going with the highest ceiling. If you develop them correctly, you know Kevin O'Connell ain't developing. You know our coaching staff don't like to develop. Look at J.J. McCarthy, y'all. He sat 1 year with a meniscus tear, and he looked like he didn't know what the heck he was doing in the first couple of games. He looked lost. Our starting quarterback looked lost for most of the season. And you want to know why he looked lost? Because he wasn't developed properly. You want to know why he looked lost? Because of the play calling. I'm just being real with y'all. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Hit that like button, man. I'm going to read the comments right now, but I just had to get that off my chest. I'm so freaking fed up with all these excuses. I just want to freaking win, y'all. I just want to win. And I hope Viking fans are with me with this. I know not everybody's going to agree. Some people are going to be like, oh, Kevin O'Connell can do no wrong. Crazy. Well, I don't know about Crazy. Crazy got to get his act together, too. He did draft Dallas Turner. I love. There's a couple of players he drafted. I can't think off the top of my head. But he has to do better in the draft. He hasn't been the best. Don't trade backwards, trade up, if anything. And I always look at it like this: quality over quantity. If the player is right there in the draft, Crazy, you better draft him. You better not draft backwards. Draft him. We have a lot of picks in this draft. We don't need any more picks in this draft. You could honestly stick and pick this whole entire draft if you really wanted to. But I don't think he's going to. You better get the players that we need. Quality is better than quantity because you could have 100 picks and 99 of the 100 picks could be all duds, could be all busts. So you need to get the players that are good. That you gotta go with your board. If this guy is there, don't get greedy and be like, I could get another 3 picks and trade back like 10 spots. No, draft that guy, bro. Draft that corner if he's high on your board. Draft that defensive tackle that's high on your board. I don't care what. Listen, and tell your coaches if you don't develop them and they look like they can't get on the field for the whole entire season, you're all fired. You're fired prior to the season being over. We're not going to wait till the season to be over to fire coaches like Kevin O'Connell. Our offensive line was terrible the whole entire season. We're going to fire you in the offseason. I think it's a little bit too late. We're out of the playoffs, bro. We're out of the playoffs, and you fire him at the end of the season, fire him during the season, and replace him. Why are you going to fire your offensive line coach after the season when it was horrible all season due to injuries and play calling? Because it's not just all on him. It's the stinking behind play calling. My bad, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't want to say I'm sorry, but I just had to get that off my chest before I read some of these comments. I'm sorry I missed a lot of y'all comments though. From Kevin O'Connell's press conference, he's not even a good talker. Yeah, I think he's a good talker, but he needs to back up. Mary said some good word. I forgot what she said as the exact words, but Mary said actions speak louder than words. I think that's what she said. Seahawks receiver don't drop the ball. Our receivers drop the ball, big name or not, or take less talent receiver than a big name that drops the ball. Cooper Kupp. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Our receivers dropped some passes as well, but they wasn't doing that last year like that, y'all. Like, let's keep it real. I really feel like the offense really quit on this team. Maybe I'm wrong. I might be wrong, but part of it makes me feel like this offense quit. I'm just being honest. I'm trying to not be. I'm being honest. It is what I'm gonna talk that talk regardless. It is what it is. I think this offense quit, bro. Certain moments of this team, I think that this offense quit. The guy was lucky and got Matt Stafford and McVay. Yes, McVay. Then quarterback's good enough to make up until yes, and getting the Kirk Cousins. That's what I'm saying. Hold on. I love this point right here, Mike, because he had Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is not a bad quarterback, especially in 2022. He wasn't a bad quarterback. He was pretty darn good. Honestly, I just don't feel like he can win the big games. But at the end of the day, he was a pretty good quarterback for us. So he had him, and then we drafted J.J. McCarthy in 2024. He did get hurt in 2023. He tore his Achilles, so we had to draft J.J. McCarthy in 2024 NFL draft. And J.J. McCarthy, we signed Sam Darnold in 2024, and J.J. McCarthy tore his meniscus in that preseason game against the Raiders. And then Sam Darnold had the season. So Sam Darnold was the quarterback. So we had two veteran quarterbacks. My question is, can he develop a quarterback? J.J. McCarthy's 23 years old. Can you develop a 23-year-old quarterback? Can you develop I don't even put his age in it. Can you develop a young quarterback? Because Drake May's in the Super Bowl. He's 23 years old as well. Just to let people know. Drake May's 23 years old, and he's in the Super Bowl. Just to let people know. So can Kevin O'Connell develop J.J. McCarthy? You had Kirk Cousins. You had Sam Darnold. I'm just saying, man. You already know, Heavy. You already know, bro. What up? Shout out to you. I would take on Minnesota. I would take him too, but I'm not taking him over Justin Jefferson. What's good? Yeah, Mike, I meant he does all this double talk sounding good at first. Exactly. Tired of it. Facts. Man, we just trying to win. This is nothing personal. I love the rant. I wouldn't mind a firing at this point if it meant we're going to. Exactly. It's nothing personal. When I say stuff about Kevin O'Connell and crazy, but people think it's personal. Listen, I'm just trying to win a Super Bowl. JJ McCarthy was on memes because how bad he was. They was comparing him to Jamarcus Russell. They was comparing him to Zach Wilson. It wasn't just because of the offensive line being hurt. It's part of it. It's the play calling. People want to keep forgetting, the offensive line was bad. Well, the play calling was bad as well. I'm not going to repeat what I was about to say. I'm not going to repeat it because y'all already know how I feel. Chris Frill, what's good? All we do is win no matter what. Shout out to everybody in the building. 2 first-round wide receivers in 30th in passing last season. I feel like any other team, McCarthy would be a lot better. Kevin O'Connell trying to force quarterbacks into his specific.
Talk
JD.
talk.
JD. Talk that talk, JD. 2 first-round wide receivers, and not even just 2 first-round wide receivers, 2 very good first-round wide receivers. You could draft the wide receiver in the first round, they're not good. We talk about Justin Jefferson. Prior to this season, people looked at him as the best wide receiver in the game in a lot of people's eyes prior to this season. Jordan Addison, you can say what you want to say about him, one of the best young wide receivers in the game. And you're telling me you can't figure a way with your young quarterback? Hold on. Let's talk about the running game. Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason were very good this season. People just don't understand. When we ran the ball, we were very successful. But Kevin O'Connell just didn't love it. He hates running the ball. I wish I could really talk to Kevin O'Connell. I really wish. He probably would want to fight me. I ain't gonna lie. But I'll say it respectfully, like, Kevin O'Connell, you gotta run the ball, brother. You gotta run the ball. AJ and Mason might not be better than the top running backs, but as a 1-2, exactly. Dynamic. They're dynamic. And then Aaron Jones is one of the best running backs when it comes to, I love his vision. He did lose a little bit of burst, but he's still pretty good. I love Aaron Jones as like a wide receiver. He can catch the ball. Aaron Jones got hands, y'all. I said this time and time again. I think he might be the best running back with the best hand, the best RB that can catch the ball in the whole NFL. I said it. Maybe McCaffrey's up there as well. But I've seen Aaron Jones make one-handed catches and everything in the end zone, bro. Especially with Sam Darnold last year. I'm just saying, bro. Look at some of the highlights of Aaron Jones in 2024 season. You'll understand where I'm coming from when I talk about Aaron Jones being one of them guys that can catch the ball. What happened to the running back screen? Why'd you give up on the running back screen? Why'd you give up on the running game? Jordan Mason's a beast as well. Man, I don't know, man. Listen, Kevin O'Connell got to be held accountable. It is what it is. I'll be the guy to hold him accountable. I will be. And I hope other Viking fans are doing it as well. Look at Darnold. Kevin O'Connell was trying to make him into a pocket passer, but on the run, rollouts and bootlegs is where he's best at. Facts, bro. Kevin O'Connell should have just asked used ask Madden for it. Be like, yeah, man, I don't know what he was doing. He needed to ask a brother like myself. I would have been like, yo, bro, you got to try to run that ball, brother. Help your quarterback. Help your young quarterback out. What up, Raid? What's good, brother, man? Vikings might not been in the playoffs contention for a long time. I think we're not as far as people think, but we are an older team. So if we don't get to where we need to go to in the next couple of years, they're going to have to blow this whole team up, meaning like really get rid of a lot of players. We have a lot of older players on defense. It sucks that Harrison Smith couldn't experience, the playoffs his last season potentially. Blake Cashman is not the youngest. Andrew Van Ginkel's not the youngest. Who else? Who else am I missing that's a really good player that's not really that young? I said Harrison Smith, Blake Cashman, Andrew Van Ginkel. I don't know how old Jonathan Gernard is, but I think he might be in his late 20s, not in the 30s yet. We can talk about our defensive tackles. I have no comments about Hargrave. That's another thing about Crazy. Hey, Crazy, you made some good offseason picks. I got to give you credit for Blake Cashman, Andrew Van Ginkel. I like Isaiah Rodgers. I think Byron Murphy was a solid signing. Eric Wilson was an amazing sign. I think Eric Wilson was probably debatably the best signing of the offseason. I'm going to keep it real with you. But you messed up with Hargrave. You let Harrison Phillips go. You messed up with the Hargrave. You messed up with Jonathan Allen. They can both skedaddle. I don't want none of them on the team anymore. I say that respectfully. But you gave up Harrison Phillips, one of the best. No, he doesn't get to the quarterback and get a lot of sacks and all that. I don't care about that. But what about stopping the run? He was very good at stopping the run. Hargrave and Jonathan Allen ain't the best at stopping the run. I'm just being honest. I think we'll be there soon, man. I hope so. One word, Kevin O'Connell. Yeah, Kevin O'Connell. That's it, Mike. Shout out to my guy. Shout out to you, bro. Talk about it. You already know, bro. I had to talk about it, bro. I had to talk about it, bro. I had to vent. I'm so frustrated. with some of the stuff, bro. Shout out to my guy, Skull, baby. Smeagol, what's good, bro? Vibes, I'm thinking one last underwhelming year with this coach GM regime. Nah, bro, I don't want to. Listen, bro, they better get it together. Listen, I don't want them to get fired all like that. I want them to prove me wrong. I want Kevin O'Connell to prove me wrong. I want Crazy to prove me wrong. But I'm going to tell you one thing. I'm going to be first in line to say fire them both if we don't get to the playoffs and we don't do damage. I will be the first in line that say, fire Crazy, fire Kevin O'Connell, fire everybody, the scouting, everybody. Just fire everybody. I'll be the first one to tell you that. But I want them to prove me wrong. I want them to do good. I want them to say, Mike, you don't know what you're talking about. We just won a Super Bowl in 2026. I want them to say that to me. I want Viking fans to say, listen, Mike, you don't know what you're talking about. But then again, you might, because they might have started running the ball a little bit better. Hey, listen, Mike, you don't know what you're talking about. We just won a Super Bowl in 2026. I want them to prove me wrong. But right now, I don't see it happening. I hope I'm wrong. Prove me wrong, Kevin O'Connell. Prove me wrong, Crazy. Prove me wrong. Seriously, I want you to prove me wrong. The Vikings need you as the head. Man, shoot. Yeah, I'll be talking that talk, man. 99 problems and winning a Super Bowl. Don't do that, bro. Who do you like for now or for a new OC? You know what? I got to do some more research on offensive coordinators. To be honest with you, I haven't did too much research on offensive coordinators, but what I will say is, regardless of the offensive coordinator, JD, they have to have the respect. They have to have the respect, meaning they need to be able to call the plays. Whether Kevin O'Connell says, no, we need to do this. I want the offensive coordinator to say, no, I'm doing this. That's what I want. When I mean respect, I'm talking about, hey, listen, Kevin O'Connell, you the head coach, but this is my job right here. It's my job right here. I'm going to make sure we good, bro. I'm going to make sure our offense is good over here. Because what you've been doing hasn't been getting the job done. We had Kirk Cousins. We had Sam Darnold in the Super Bowl. We had Sam Darnold. So I got to look and see What offensive coordinator demands respect? I don't want someone that doesn't have a reputation. I need someone that has a reputation where they did a lot of good things in the NFL, because I want someone to be able to say, Kevin O'Connell, this is what we're doing, whether you like it or not. I'm going to do some more research on offensive coordinators. Yeah, shout out to everybody. Better hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Also, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Sports are designed to bring us together and not separate us. And I truly feel that way. Salute to each and every one of you that is in the building. Share. If you know anybody that's a Viking fan or a person that likes good vibes, we do go live for primetime games as well. Not all, but some. Shout out to each and every one of y'all that's in the building. All right, so I'm trying to read some of these comments. I'm getting to the comments, y'all. I'm a little slow with these comments. I'll try to respond to everybody. I think people forget Darnold went to Shanahan before. Yeah, that's true. He went to Shanahan. That's true. Kevin O'Connell gets the credit, though. Yup, exactly. Mike, a.k.a. Mike Gannon, let's go. Drake May Super Bowl at 23. Yes, that is impressive, right? That is super impressive. He's only 23 years old, and he's already in the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like, and it's the talent, because he was in the MVP conversations. Drake May was in the MVP conversations during this season. No, he's not going to get the MVP. It's going to be Matthew Stafford. Sam Darnold was in MVP conversations as well. It's not going to be him in the regular season. It will be Matthew Stafford, in my honest opinion. But for a 23-year-old to be in the MVP conversations in his second year, being 23 years old, replacing the greatest quarterback of all time in Tom Brady, in my opinion, is definitely impressive. Thank you for that comment, my brother. Vibes, I truly wonder, life number 9 truly has or was ever truly injured. Yeah, man, there's so many different things we can think about when it comes to that. Was he truly injured? I think he was, but then again, you just don't know. What I really feel like is this offense really gave up on this team. The problem is the defense didn't give up on this team. The defense didn't. So it's like the offense had to get it together, or they're going to get fussed out by the defense. Yo, you better do something. But it didn't work. Because they're at the end of the season, the Vikings finished 29th in total offense, y'all. The Vikings finished 29th in total offense. I'm just being honest. When I say fire, hold on, 90 years. Oh yeah, when Sam Darnold threw that 90, yes, Jettis, yes, I knew Sammy D was that was amazing. You talk, that was amazing. I remember that play. When I say fire Kevin O'Connell, it's personal. Hold on, I gotta do the laughing real quick. He said it's personal. I think he's a bad coach. I didn't even really know him until this year, but watching him for a full year is watching a clueless coach thrusted into the position. Yeah, bro. Listen, man. Ain't nothing personal for me, man. He just hasn't been good. If JJ McCarthy don't stay healthy, we want to win anything. It's hard to know if JJ McCarthy can finish. That is a valid comment. And I love this comment because it's true. Yes, I believe in JJ McCarthy, y'all. I really do. But the one thing I don't know is if the man can be healthy. And that's a valid conversation. That is a conversation that we won't know until 2026 NFL season unless they go for Joe Burrow or somebody. But it's a conversation that Viking fans need to have all around the world. It's a conversation that Viking fans need to have all around the world, period. You know what I mean? Yes, hit the like button. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Chris Farrell. Thank you so much. Seattle 40, Patriots 17. That could happen. I don't think that's happening, though. I think it's going to be a closer game than that. Kevin O'Connell has a lot of vertical fit. Yes, plays. Got to focus on some short passes and screens. Show the running back some. Yes. Bro, I've been saying this all year, and listen, I ain't trying to come at nobody. Everybody got their own opinion. I've been saying this all year prior to the season. I've been saying it even prior to this season. I've been saying this when we had Kirk Cousins. And people were trying to tell me that this is the offense that can get it done. I don't think it can. You have to establish the run game. It is what it is. Look at the teams that are in the Super Bowl these last couple of years, y'all. Just look. Look what you're seeing. Look what you're seeing. And I mean, I don't know what else. I don't know if Kevin O'Connell can learn from this. He needs to watch the teams that's playing right now and learn some things. For real, respectfully speaking. He needs to learn some things. Mike McDonald, head coach of the Seahawks, wish we hired him. Listen, we can't even, listen, respectfully, bro, we can't even get any of these coaches right now, bro. Any coach that's available, we can't get. Because who's our coach right now? Kevin O'Connell. And we're going to have him at least for this whole entire season. My whole thing is the man don't fire people that's not doing a good job, which makes no sense. You fire him after the season when the season is over. You fire our offensive line coach when the season is over. When the season is over, you fire him. I don't care. Fire him during the season, bro. It can't get any worse, right? I mean, it was terrible. Your defense, but then that would show him up. Because after you fire him and the offense still looks bad, you don't have nobody to fire. It's going to be on you. Because we know your offensive play calling is absolutely horrible. I say that respectfully. When it comes to Kevin O'Connell, your defense is aging, and if McCarthy isn't the guy, you have to and start over. Yes, I agree with that. Or you'll be the Steelers, too good to get better, but not good enough to win. That's true. Harrison should have gone to Seattle if he wanted to rank. Oh, my goodness. Harrison Smith? Yeah. You ain't lying. Maybe Kwesi needs to trade off his picks and just try to draft through free agency. Rams did it and won a Super Bowl. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Kwesi need to step his dang on game. I'm tired of all of it, bro. Listen, they better step their game up. This draft, you better not get they better not get fancy. They better not get fancy in this draft. They better draft the guy that that's high on their board. They got to draft him. Don't trade back, bro. Listen, unless you're getting a crazy package, don't trade back. Just draft your guy. Thank God for Dallas. Yeah, Dallas Turner was a good pick, but we don't know about J.J. McCarthy, which J.J. McCarthy can really make or break both of them, Kevin O'Connell and Kwesi. Because if J.J. McCarthy turns out to be a star, right, and one of the best quarterbacks in the game, they good. They in the clear. But if J.J. McCarthy turns out to not be that guy and they have to get rid of him, if they give him the opportunity in 2026, they got to go. And especially what will make it worse is if J.J. McCarthy goes to another team, this is what makes it even worse. If J.J. McCarthy goes to a whole nother team and they actually say, we're going to establish that run with you, brother, and you could play off of that run game, and he does good on that team, it's going to make us look even better. It's bad. Listen, it's already bad enough that Sam Darnold's in the dang on. Not bad like I'm cheering against Sam Darnold, but you get what I'm saying. It's bad enough. We had Sam Darnold in the purple and gold, and the man is in the Super Bowl the next season. This man had the first seed in the NFC conference. This man is in the Super Bowl, y'all. Beat Matthew Stafford head to head. Do y'all understand Matthew Stafford is a dog. Matthew Stafford is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. And he made more plays than, even though the Rams did make some mistakes, it happens. Listen, Sam Darnold made clutch plays on 3rd and longs. Clutch plays. Dimes, y'all. Throwing dimes to Jackson. Even though Matthew Stafford was throwing some dimes to Nakua and they was looking really good and all that. Listen, even that wasn't enough to beat Sam Darnold and the Seahawks. Sam Darnold was clutch. Now, what would Kevin O'Connell do on those 3rd and longs? You think Sam Darnold will make those plays? Would the plays work? I'm just saying. We need to make an adjustment with the head coach possibly very soon. I want Kevin. Hey, listen, you ain't the only one, Mike. Hey, listen, you ain't the only one, Mike.
That talk.
What do you think if we don't make the playoffs and they fire if they fire Kevin O'Connell and hire Brian Flores? I think that would be a wonderful thing, right? But this is my only issue. It can't just be, it has to be clean house. I don't want crazy either. I don't want crazy. Unless this draft is amazing, I don't want crazy either. But I wouldn't mind having Brian Flores as the head coach. But this is the thing. That might be what the owners are thinking too. To be honest with you, Conrad Taylor, shout out to you for this comment. That's what they might be thinking. If Kevin O'Connell can't get us to the playoffs, they going like listen, Kevin O'Connell, you done. and especially if our defense is top 10 again, they going probably, this going to be a switcher position. Listen, Brian Flores, you the head coach. Kevin O'Connell, you out of here. But I don't want just that to happen. I want Brian Flores to fire everybody. Everybody. And I want the owners to fire the GM if he doesn't draft well in 2026. But I like that comment. That's a good point. That's a good point. Crazy was never allowed to do his job. He wanted Harbaugh. It said no. Okay. And then when he signed Darnold, everyone on him. Yes, Scene went to win a Super Bowl while Ed Ingram is now a top. You know what's crazy? Ed Ingram's a top guard right now, and Scene won a Super Bowl. But this is what I would say, right? Scene wasn't a big part of that. I just want to just put that. I'm not trying to come at Scene, but I'm just being honest when I say that. But he did get a Super Bowl. Okay. My biggest thing is this. I am so with you with your comment when you say Crazy was never allowed to do his job when it comes to hiring the coach that he really wanted. That speaks volumes because then you start thinking about the draft, right? We put all the responsibility on Crazy for drafting because of his position as the GM. What if Kevin O'Connell is more in charge when it comes to drafting than Crazy? I'm just saying. I'm not trying to take responsibility away from Crazy. You got to fire him, to be honest with you. I'm sorry. I don't want a GM that's not in charge. I'm sorry. And ownership need to do better. If the owners are the reasons why he doesn't have the power that he should as a GM, the owners need to do better. Period. And if they give the head coach more power than the GM, we have a bigger problem. We have a bigger problem. So I get what you're saying. I 100% agree with the coaching, what you're talking about the coaching. Now, you make me think a little bit deeper because I'm thinking about drafting now. What players did Crazy really want to draft? And what players didn't he want to draft? Or did he want to draft all those players? Who chose what? What player? I'm just saying. That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that. A new offensive coordinator doesn't matter when Kevin O'Connell is. Yes, this is the thing, Mike. That's why I said it has to be an offensive coordinator that has the respect, that has the power to say, no, Kevin O'Connell, I'm going to be the play caller. You're going to do your head coaching duties, but I'm going to be the play caller. That's the only way it's going to work, bro. The GM has to make sure that offensive coordinator does that. The head coach is the yes. Hold on. The head coach is always, yeah, that's true. So if he says no, yeah, I get it. I get it. But this is why I need to have I get what you're saying. Chain of command, right? I get it. But my whole thing is this, Mike. This is why it has to be an offensive coordinator that really has that rep that he can possibly say no. Someone that Kevin O'Connell respects so much that he's like, yo, if he does say no in a certain situation, he does it. It doesn't backfire on him. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm with you with this comment. That's true. Crazy is the sole reason we have flow. The plan is if flow. Yes, I love it. This is such. I love it. I love this. The plan is Kevin C fails next season. Crazy will fire Yes, and promote flow. I love it. I love it. 401, I love it. I love what you're saying, bro. I love what you're saying. You talking that talk, bro. Hey, listen. You talking that talk, bro.
Talk.
And I absolutely love what you're saying. Because you're not the first one that said it in the comments. My brother up here said it. Conrad said it, right? And you're repeating it. And I think both of you are right when it comes to the situation. Both of y'all are right when it comes to the situation. You know what I mean? And I love what you said. Crazy is the sole reason we still have flow. And we better hope we keep them. It ain't over yet, though. It ain't over yet, though, bro. Excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry about that. Reading some more comments. Vikings fan yeah, exactly. And you deserve better. Conrad Taylor. And you deserve better. You deserve a Super Bowl. You deserve a team that's a contender. When's the last time, and I need y'all to help me out with this because I don't know. When's the last time the Minnesota Vikings been to four seasons in a row, made it to the playoffs? How long ago was that? Point is, get rid of everyone. Get rid of everyone running the offense. Facts. I don't care who it is either. Yeah, I'm just so over this, man. I'm trying to win, man. I'm trying to win. Like, people gotta, like, this is nothing personal, man. Like, you got my young quarterback looking bad. You got JJ McCarthy looking bad for most of the season. He getting hurt. Yes, he can't control that. But you got him looking bad because your play calling so bad. And everybody gonna say, oh, it's the injuries on the offensive line. It's part of it. But that's why you adjust your play calling to the injuries. You don't go for these long plays to develop. You change what you change. You adjust. This is the thing. Like, I don't want to bring up NBA, but I'm gonna bring up NBA for this matter, right? Say it's the Lakers versus the Sixers. Kobe Bryant, RP to Kobe Bryant, Shaquille O'Neal, Fox, Derek Fisher, and you got then on the Sixers, you got Aaron McKee, Eric Snow, Allen Iverson, Dikembe Mutombo, RIP to Dikembe Mutombo, whoever else, right? And they're going at it, right? And say the Sixers are beating the Lakers in the finals in 2001, because it really did happen, and we winning by like 4 points at halftime. Guess what Phil Jackson's going to do? He going to say, we're going to change this, we're going to change that, and you can get with this, and you can change that. You can get with this, and you can do with that. And you can change this, and you can. That's what he's going to do. We're going to change it all, right? We're going to change some things. We're going to adjust to what the Sixers are doing, and we're going to dominate in that second half. And that's what they did. Unfortunately, that's a true story. That's a true story, by the way. Yeah, that's a true story, by the way. But anyway, you have to make adjustments as a head coach. Coaching is so important in the NFL. I understand you have GOATs like Tom Brady. He needed a head coach like Bill Belichick. I know people say he won without Bill Belichick, but who did he win the most with? Bill Belichick. I just want to just put that out there for a second. You have to have a head coach. Coaching matters. I don't care. You can be the greatest quarterback, the greatest player, whatever position you are. Running back, you have to have a good head coach, a good offensive coordinator to play these to get your offense in the right positions to win. And I just think Kevin O'Connell overthinks it. I'm telling y'all, May is an MVP, and as well. And the winner of the Super Bowl will most likely be. Oh my gosh, that'd be crazy. If May does that, bro. I'll be so happy for May. I really would. Like I was like, people were coming at my neck, y'all. When I was talking about Drake May in that 2024 NFL draft, I had people, I'm not gonna say no names. I had people that literally was saying, I watch a whole bunch of film. This is what they was telling me. I watch hours of film of Drake May, and he's gonna be a bust. And I'm like, and I said, who's gonna be better than him? Oh, Spencer Rattlers could be possibly better than him. I'm like, bro. Like, how do you know this? How do you know that Drake May? I don't care how much film you watch, because I watch film as well. And the same film that you're watching, I'm watching possibly. And I see something totally different. And on top of that, yes, I did watch some of the bad plays that he had in college. But the one thing about Drake May is he can sling that ball, and he is way more athletic than people give him credit for. And like these quarterbacks now, like Drake May won that game with his legs, y'all. He didn't win it with his arm. This is why I love like quarterbacks like Josh Allen and Drake May, and the list goes on, and Patrick Mahomes, because even when they struggle and maybe like throwing the ball, they can use their legs, y'all. And it's something that like it's amazing to watch. And I have a lot of respect for a quarterback in his second year to be able to accomplish this. And people that be thinking like, yes, I get a lot of things wrong too when I say certain players are going to be good. But it's not a fact that certain players are going to be bad or good. I don't never say like players are going to be bad necessarily. I don't think they're going to be all that. I don't think they're going to be a bust. I'm going to be honest with you. I wasn't a JJ McCarthy guy in that 2024 NFL draft. I was not a JJ McCarthy guy. You could ask some of the you could ask some people that I associate with, right? And you could ask them. I wasn't a JJ McCarthy guy. But I changed my mindset because we drafted him. That's for one. But for two, I just feel like he's not getting a fair shot at this, man. I just feel like our coach is not giving him the chance to be successful, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. I really am hard on this coaching staff right now. I just feel like this coaching staff isn't good besides Brian Flores, bro. And the special teams coaches, all right. You know what I mean? It's just like I'm just so over it, bro. I'm just so over it. But you like I always try to tell people, like, it depends. You draft a quarterback, right? I'm just gonna talk about the quarterbacks. You draft a quarterback, it depends, right? You can watch all the film you want. It depends on the mindset, it depends on the talent. Talent, mindset, and it depends on the organization they go to. I use this example a lot, but I'm gonna use it again. If you get drafted by the Jets, and I say this respectfully, if you get drafted by the Jets, I'm trying to be very, very respectful when I say this, right? If you get drafted by the Jets, you might not be successful as a quarterback. When's the last time a quarterback's been successful getting drafted by the Jets? I say that respectfully, right? But if you go to a franchise like the Patriots, right? Look what Drake May's doing already. You go to a franchise like the Chiefs. Look what Patrick Mahomes accomplished in the short amount of time that he accomplished it. You have to go to the right organization. You have to have the right coach. You have to have the right talent around you. And you got to have the talent, though. You got to have the talent. You got to have the talent. It don't matter how good a coaching you had. It doesn't matter how good of an organization you get drafted to. Drafted by. You have to have the talent as well. But it's just like people be trying to make it seem like listen, it's like when you do these mock drafts, right? And you look at the film, don't nobody really know. Even Mel Kiper, the experts when it comes to drafting players, right? They don't know. Nobody knows. You just look at the film and you go by your opinion, and then it just depends on a whole bunch of other different factors. The coaches is such a big factor when it comes to these players. Because you could draft these players, but you don't got the coaching. It don't even matter, bro. It don't matter how good these players are if you don't got the coaching. Period. Because there's no, like I said, there's no such thing as a perfect prospect. The only prospect that I could see that has been a quarterback that I'm like, all right, he's like an already made player that I could think off the top of my head was Andrew Luck. That was the only player that I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy is really that good. He's really this good. Andrew Luck. And who else? That just started right away pretty much. Andrew Luck was the one guy I'm like, oh my gosh, he's pretty much the replacement. Man, that's a good replacement. If he would have stayed healthy, if he would have had better coaching, a better offensive line, man, why didn't the Vikings draft Andrew Luck, bro? Like, real talk, man. For real. But anyway, let me get off that subject. But it depends on many factors on why players are busts or not. And that goes for every position. Quarterbacks is the one we talk about the most, but that goes for safeties, cornerbacks, linebackers, every position. Guards, centers, we see it. We see Bradbury in the dang on Super Bowl. He was our center before. We seen Ed Ingram with the Texans look good, or was he with the Colts? One of the two teams. I think the Texans. We see multiple players do some great things that are former Viking players. Stephon Diggs is in the Super Bowl. Like, we got Stephon Diggs in the Super Bowl, y'all. We got Sam Darnold, Stephon Diggs. All these former Viking players are in the Super Bowl. Ain't that some bull crap? And I'm happy for y'all. I am happy for y'all. I'm not trying to say I'm hating. I'm not hating. I'm just stating. As a Viking fan, I'm happy for y'all. But, Dad, that tells you a lot about developing, y'all, and play calling. Bradbury was considered a bust with the Vikings. Come on, man. My bad, y'all. Also, Darnold didn't do much at Seattle. JJ outplayed him within the same short period. Hold on. Also, Darnold didn't do much at Seattle. He is not a good coach, yeah. My guy Stephon Diggs might win. I didn't even read your comment, but yeah, he was my reason for being a minister. Oh, that's what's up, man. Minneapolis Miracle, Sonny D, MVP. And that Joey B. Jettas combo would be crazy, but we need our drafts and safety and corners and on defense. We also don't have to lose. You know what? I don't mind losing Jonathan Grenard. I say that respectfully because I feel like Dallas Turner could take his spot. I feel like I would love to get Joe Burrow, but my biggest issue, right? You can have the best quarterback play, but if you don't run the freaking ball, it doesn't matter. I really feel like it doesn't matter if you don't try to establish the run a little bit more. I could understand if our run game was like 3.5 a carry or 3.2 a carry. That wasn't the case. Our run per carry was 4.5. That's Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason together combined. So if you're averaging 4.5 a carry and you go away from the run, you're setting yourself up for like to take some L's when it counts the most. Running the ball in the postseason is the biggest flex in the NFL. Because not only you win the time of possession if you run the ball successfully, right? You get the opposing defense tired. You control the game if you can run the ball successfully. And then what makes it even better if you have a quarterback that can air the ball out on top of that. But you see what the Seahawks are doing. Like, you see what the Patriots are doing. It's like it's right in front of us, and we see it. But I don't know if Kevin O'Connell sees it, and that is my issue. That is my issue, bro. And we'll seem to be okay with me. Yeah, and I'm not okay. And I'm not okay, heavy hitter. And they need to figure it out. Facts. They need to figure it out. Yes, thank you for this comment. Hit the like button, everybody. Hit the like button. I'm about to get off in a few minutes. I will put a shorter video out. I'm going to put my big rant of this live stream on a video. If y'all want to go check out that rant, I'm going to put it out there. But shout out to everybody in the building. I'm just Seahawks head coach tired the postseason because they weren't seeing eye to eye on how they wanted the office to be ran. Exactly. That's what I need. You making a point that the head coach got that power. Okay, I get what you're saying. But I was saying it in like, all right, exactly. Kevin O'Connell needs to fire. He should have fired the offensive line coach a long time ago. But I get what you're saying. But this is what I'm hoping happens. Maybe some of his power needs to be taken away when it comes to firing certain people. Because you can't. He cannot go into 2026 being this stubborn when it comes to his play calling. He can't. He can't. And if he does, we're not going to go nowhere. And I say that respectfully. I'm a Viking fan. You see the Adrian Peterson jersey in the back, autograph Adrian Peterson jersey in the back. I also got Dante Culpepper's autograph as well. You see me rocking the flag on my shoulder. Y'all know the vibes over here. I'm a diehard Minnesota Viking fan. But at the end of the day, I will admit that we have no chance. We have no chance if Kevin O'Connell doesn't adjust to what he doesn't adjust to the talent we have on the field, and he doesn't run the ball. Let's get a real quarterback to at least challenge for a spot, correct, just like Darnold. Okay, I get it. I do want to get another quarterback to challenge J.J. McCarthy. I'm 100% with that. Stephon Diggs makes Super Bowl before Minnesota Vikings. That's a fact, bro. That sucks, but it's a fact. What's up, my brother? Me and Robert Kraft Mel. You shout out to my guy. Shout out to my guy. What's up with you, my guy? What's up with my homie, brother? What's up with my guy? Rams defense was atrocious. Yes, Rams defense was horrible against Sam Darnold in that offense. Let me just say this real quick. Who's the offensive coordinator of the Seahawks? Someone in the comments below, can y'all tell me what the offensive coordinator's name is, please? Because is he the play caller? Because I'm gonna tell you this right now. Even the Seahawks defense was getting destroyed by Matthew Stafford. McVay, Nakua, listen, that Rams offense was doing whatever they wanted for the most part to that Seahawks defense. And I was honestly surprised. But Matthew Stafford is the real deal on that football field. And Nakua is probably the best. I think he's the best wide receiver in the game, possibly. I'm going to just keep it real. Who better than him right now? You could probably say Chase. You might, I don't know. I'll probably pick Nakua right now. I'm just being honest with you. I don't know. But for the offensive coordinator to just keep on calling play after play that worked on 3rd and long, that one touchdown by Sam Darnold, it was a corner of the end zone. I don't know if it was 3rd and long. It was 3rd and long or 4th and long. I don't know what it was, but Sam Darnold threw, I don't know. That was a perfect play call. 3rd and long. I think with the last touchdown of the game or whatever, but Sam Darnold, man, was throwing some dimes, man. I got to give that man credit, but man, that Rams defense was getting torched. That Seahawks defense was getting torched. And everybody keep on saying that the Seahawks is going to definitely destroy the – I think the Seahawks is going to win, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Patriots win this game because one thing I will say is, listen, it's the Super Bowl, y'all. Hey, listen, it don't matter how good the Seahawks defense was. They got torched against the Rams offense. You know the Patriots going to look at some of that. The Patriots going to look at that like, oh, we got that. We can do that. And the one thing about the Patriots is they established that run as well. And the one thing about the Patriots, they got Drake May. He ain't scared to sling the ball, and he ain't scared to run with the ball. That man is super athletic, y'all. And the one thing about the Patriots, they got a good defense as well. Like, listen, this isn't going to be what people think. I got the Seahawks winning, but I will be happy either or. But regardless of the matter, it's going to make the Vikings look bad. I'm going to tell you why. Sam Darnold's going to make us look even worse if he wins because he was on our team last year. But it's going to make us look bad as well. Because everybody keeps on telling me you got to wait 3 to 5 years for your quarterback to develop into a guy that can do something. Hey, listen, Drake May is in his 2nd year, 23 years old in the Super Bowl already. I'm not saying he's going to win, but I'm sure not saying he's going to definitely lose as well. I don't know. That's a 50-50. I think the Seahawks are going to win. Doesn't mean I don't know, though. You know what I mean? And he's only going to get better. Yes, it takes you some time to develop to be the best you can be, but that doesn't mean you can't be solid or decent or even good. Because Drake May, I really hope people put respect on his name after this season. And I hope people don't be hating on that young man if he loses. Oh, he just choked in the play. He choked in the Super Bowl. He's 23 years old. And I promise you there's going to be some people that's going to say Drake May choked in the Super Bowl. Well, if you're going to choke in any game, let it be the Super Bowl. I'm just saying, because you don't want to choke in the Super Bowl. I'm just saying. But, like, at the end of the day, he got to the Super Bowl, though. You know what I mean? Whether the schedule was so-called easy or not, because there's any given Sunday, it doesn't matter. He got to the Super Bowl. Bottom line, Kevin O'Connell needs to adjust to McCarthy's. Exactly. Otherwise, it's going to be another heavy hitter. Thank you for being on the same page. There's a lot of other Viking fans that's on the same page. Before, when I was saying stuff about Kevin O'Connell, a lot of people were like, you tripping, Mike. But now, people are really starting to talk about it. And I'm so happy that Viking fans are starting to wake up to the situation. Like, they're not asleep no more. They're not looking at just regular season wins and losses all the time. They're looking at what's the end result of the season. What's the end result? We won 14 games last season and got destroyed by the Rams. We couldn't even score no points. Our defense got torched, but then they got it together in the second half. Our defense only gave up 3 points in the second half. First half, they got destroyed. I think they gave up like 24 points in the first half, and then they only give up a field goal in the second half. But what was the adjustments for the offense? The offense couldn't do a dang on thing. So you're telling me this so-called offensive-minded genius of a head coach can't get us a 30-point nugget one day or one game, a game that counts to move on to the next round, to move on to the divisional round, to possibly move on from the divisional round to the championship game, to move on from the championship game to go to the Super Bowl? You're telling me that this genius of a head coach can't do that? I don't think he can, but I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Flores might stick around if he thinks Kevin O'Connell days his number. And that is the best point that a couple of the people said in the comments so far, Mike, and I think that might be what it is. Trevor Lawrence, comeback player of the year. Yes, Whip Hero 2755. I was very hard on Trevor Lawrence. I think Trevor Lawrence had a pretty darn good year. Even when one of his top players got hurt, what's his name? Travis Hunter got hurt. What, he tore his ACL or something? Trevor Lawrence was playing pretty good all season. The defense was playing well as well. And I got to give him credit, man. I got to give them credit. They did some damage in the regular season. They just didn't do nothing in the postseason, but they did some damage. You know what I mean? And I think that will be a quarterback that the Vikings should probably trade for. To be honest with you, if you, because you're not going to get Joe Burrow. Say you wanted to get a quarterback, right? That's a hot take. Let me write that down. Don't take that from me. Any content creators, don't take that from me. Trevor Lawrence to the Vikings. I think he's more of a quarterback than I think he'll be a good quarterback for the Vikings. I think that will be the guy that they should probably trade for. Maybe. Because I don't think they're getting Joe Burrow. I don't think they're getting Justin Herbert. Mac Jones, I don't know. I don't know about that. I mean, Mac Jones is solid, but I'll take Trevor Lawrence over Mac Jones any day. Respectfully speaking. But yeah. Shout out to everybody in the building. Appreciate it. Hit the like button. Everybody hit the like button. Hit the subscribe. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe. We are going live for every Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. And I truly feel that way. We're also going live for some primetime games as well. Salute to each and every one of y'all that's in the building. 1970s. Wow. See, that's what I'm saying, Marcus. That's the last time, bro. I was nowhere close to being born. Like, come on, Marcus. That's bad. We ain't been to the playoffs 3-4 times in a row since then. That's bad. Tua has got 2 head coaches fired so far. I think Flores is better than he was, especially now. And I know McDaniels is better than Miami. He made Tua look good until he gets hurt. Yeah. Yeah. I think Tua should retire because of the concussions he been getting, but you know, he ain't going to. Money's too important to some people. All money ain't good money, man. You got to have the longevity. Once you lose the mind, you lose the body. The mind controls the body. You know what I mean? All the more reason why B-Flow should be our head coach. Kevin O'Connell is soft. Exactly. Nighttime. Exactly. Trevor Lawrence. Skull. Oh, you said skull. Hold on. And I am going live for the Super Bowl, ladies and gentlemen. I will be live for the Super Bowl unless something comes up. JJ and May went head-to-head during the joint practice. The only major difference is JJ was far more mobile while May could throw dots. JJ simply deserves a better play caller and scheme. And you know what? And this is what I've been saying for the longest, bro. It's so crazy that everybody is saying, it's so crazy that I was saying this for a while now. Now people saying it. And I'm happy, but it's like, y'all should have been saying this. But I get it. When you're winning all these regular season games, people are like, Mike, you're tripping. You don't know what you're talking about. I get it. 14 wins is hard to do in the NFL. I get it. But when is 14 wins when you lose in the first round? What does it matter to have 14 wins and lose in the first round? Make it make sense, y'all. Make it make sense. Bradbury, exactly. Bradbury, bro. Real talk. People don't understand, bro. We got all these people in the dang on Super Bowl that are former Vikings, bro. That's what makes it bad. That's what makes it bad, y'all. Also, by the logic, development and coaching matters. Seeing could have been good too, but couldn't shake off the broken leg. Yeah, and they didn't give. No. This is what I would say. They didn't give him the opportunity after the broken leg. They did. They kind of gave up on him way too quick, in my honest opinion. Drafting is one thing, but you can draft the best talented players. If you don't develop, it doesn't matter. My issue is this. That's why I put responsibility on Kwesi, because unless he doesn't have the power that he might not have the power. But it's like, bro, you got to know that your team can't develop for nothing. Your team can't develop. I'm just saying. I'm happy Dallas Turner is starting to look better. I was getting worried about him a little bit. You can come by a New England fan, bro. We always make Viking players and make them Super Bowl winning member, y'all. All right, sir, Malcolm Floyd, y'all released him. We all season made him a Super Bowl champ at first. Yeah, man. We got a lot of players that won Super Bowl that were former Viking players. I'm salty, bro. I'm sorry. Darnold's also lead the league in turnovers this year too, with 20 plus turnovers. Darnold led with 20 plus. Yeah, shit. Excuse my language, but it don't really matter. Hey, listen. Hey, Marcus. It don't even matter. He in the Super Bowl. He did way more. So my whole thing is he did so much more when it comes to turnovers. I don't know his turnover to touchdown ratio. I don't know what it is. But I'll tell you one thing. He probably got way more touchdowns than turnovers. And if he doesn't, something ain't right. I don't know. I just don't know. Oh, offense corner was fired. Okay, you did say that, though. You did say that. Kubiak. Okay. Clint Kubiak. Okay, Clint Kubiak. Okay. I got you. Tom, what's good, bro? Mike, respectfully, if you watch the Rams defense, they were playing so far off the receivers. Yeah, they were playing far off the receivers. I don't know why. They were getting cooked, bro. They needed to make that adjustment because Sam Darnold was diming these dudes up, bro. Like, Sam was throwing some dimes across his body, buying time with his feet, running to the right, running to the left. He was doing a lot, man. And I don't know what the Rams were. I listen, the one thing the best thing, and this is my opinion, y'all. I look at it like this. I go trenches and then I go out. For me, the best thing, right, when it comes to going against a good quarterback or a great quarterback, I'm not going to say Sam's a great quarterback yet. If he wins a Super Bowl, then I'm going to put him as great. He's a good quarterback. But the one thing, and Matthew Stafford as well, the one thing about these good quarterbacks or great quarterbacks, if you can get pressure with your front four or your front three or whatever, listen, without blitzing too much, you're ahead of the game. Because you don't put yourself on an island just ready to get torched in the secondary. There was plenty of times where I seen the Rams went all out blitz or the Seahawks went all out blitz and Matthew Stafford just, I know what's coming. Dime right in the middle of the field to a wide receiver or a tight end or running back. Dimes, just throwing dimes. Like, these quarterbacks are too good, bro. The blitz don't always get, and if it don't get there in time, or if they don't bat the ball down at the line of scrimmage, or they don't tip, like, they got to get to them, because if you don't, you're going to get torched, especially by these good/great quarterbacks. And then, like, they were probably playing off because they was getting torched all game. I don't know. I didn't really get to watch the full game. I just watched parts and pieces of the game. But they was probably getting torched, bro. So they was giving them space. I don't know, man. What's going on, Rudy? What's good with you, bro? Everybody better hit the like button. This could be a redemption for Seattle Seahawks and Sam Darnold, because this is the team that made it to the 2019 when they was with the Jets. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I like the way you think, brother. Mr. Only Miracle in Vikings history, Stephon Diggs. Yeah. Could win as a member of the Patriots too. That's crazy. I don't want to. Y'all don't rub that in, y'all. Don't rub that in. Please don't do that. Don't do that on the live stream, y'all. Y'all tripping right now. Y'all tripping right now. Y'all tripping with that. For real. Y'all tripping for real. Hey, don't rub it in, man. Don't rub it in, y'all. Shout out to Vikings News today. Salute to you, my guy. West Philly, what's good with you? The Vikings let a quarterback walk out the door. Darnold will win the Super Bowl, and the Vikings have never won a. I'm going to just say stop. I can't even say stop the cap because it might be 100% true if he wins the Super Bowl, which is not a guarantee, ladies and gentlemen. It's not a guarantee. I'm taking Jones over Lawrence. Mac Jones, don't act like that. Can I get a hashtag Mac Jones? All right, I got to ask you a question. If the Vikings could choose one quarterback, right? If they didn't choose take JJ McCarthy out the equation. I need everybody that's in the comments, 30 people that's in the comments. Make sure y'all hit the like button, by the way, hit the subscribe button, by the way. But also, leave in the comments below. For the Vikings quarterback, would you choose Trevor Lawrence? Put Lawrence or Trevor, put Trevor for Trevor Lawrence, or put Jones, or would you choose Mac Jones for your starting quarterback in 2026? Who would you choose out of those two quarterbacks? Mac Jones, don't act like you don't know my name. Ain't nothing changed but the fame. I'm Mac Jones. Who? Mac Jones. Who? Mac Jones. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. Yeah, shout out to you. Trevor was third in touchdowns, 6 in yards, and was the best quarterback in the league. The second half of the season, he went like 20-1 touchdown ratio after that Cardinals game. Oh, I like that. Thank you for that information, my bro. Thank you for that. Jags won't trade. Hey, listen, bro. Hey, listen. For the right picks, they might go that route. Hey, listen, bro. For the right amount of picks, they might go that route. They might not want Trevor Lawrence no more. They might want to give up on him. Hey, listen. I say this respectfully. You know what I'm saying? We need them more than you if they don't want them. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. Because I don't believe and I'm not giving up on JJ McCarthy. I don't believe in Kevin O'Connell can develop a quarterback. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. I don't believe the man can develop a quarterback. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. Let me say that one more time. I don't believe that Kevin O'Connell can develop a quarterback. That's why I said what I said. You know what I'm saying?
Talk that talk.
On top of a new head coach and GM, we need a new owner's. Yo, I said that on my last. I did a short, right? And I said, is this what Viking fans are going to think if Sam Darnold wins the Super Bowl? I said, are they going to be like, fire Crazy, fire the owners, fire Kevin O'Connell? I feel like that's what's going to happen, y'all. I feel like if Sam Darnold wins the Super Bowl, they're going to, I have a feeling they're going to say fire everybody. I think Viking fans are going to say fire absolutely everybody. You know what I'm saying? The difference between New England and the Rams got a secondary with Craig Woodson, Christian Gonzalez. I love Gonzalez. Marcus Jones, Curtin Davis, who can cover guns. Yeah, I love Gonzo, man. Gonzalez, man, that's my guy. Gone, but all over. Yes, it's going to be a good game. But I'm going to tell you this right now. It's going to be, hold on. I'm going to tell you this right now, though. That boy Smith ain't no joke, y'all. Hey, listen, Smith ain't no joke, bro. I like Gonzalez, but I don't know, man. Can he stop him? Yes, hit the like button, everybody. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Thank you so much, Chris Farrell, for that. It's kind of funny that the stat quarterback and star wide receivers that the Vikings didn't want are. Oh, come on, Mike. Come on. Why y'all rubbing it all in at this point, man? Why y'all rubbing it in? Like, I already know all this. How you think I feel? How do y'all think I feel? We let Stephon Diggs go because he wanted to be traded. We let Bradbury go. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen. Guess how we let Ed Ingram go? He was in the playoffs. Hey, listen. We let Daniel Jones go. Daniel Jones was playing really good in the regular season before he tore his Achilles. Hold on. I'm missing somebody. We let Sam Darnold go. Ah! We let Sam Darnold go. I gotta face reality. We let Sam Darnold go. Get your popcorn ready, y'all. Do you understand what this means? He used to be our quarterback. Get your chicken wings ready. Get your popcorn ready. We let Sam Darnold go. Do you know how bad this sounds? And he's in Super Bowl 60, potentially about to beat the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl. Clip that. Yeah. It's really that bad. It's that bad right now. What does Stephen A. Smith always say? What can go wrong will go wrong. And that's the Dallas Cowboys. Howdy. See you tomorrow morning on ESPN First Take tomorrow morning. You heard me? But listen, I might need to change it. What can go wrong will go wrong. And that's the Minnesota Vikings right now. Because right now it's looking bad. It's looking bad, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not trying to be funny right now. I'm really being serious. But I don't like what's coming out my mouth right now. But everything's the truth. Everything is the truth. Everything I'm saying is the truth. We had Sam Darnold. We had Bradbury. We had Stephon Diggs. And we let them all go. And they're all in the Super Bowl. And we sit here like we just trying to get to the playoffs. Oh, God. I don't know what to say, y'all. I'm sorry. I just had to go on that little rant real quick. Yeah, going pretty good. I love it. God bless everybody. Purple People Eaters gang here. Let's get it. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to everybody in the building. Make sure y'all hit the like button. I'm about to get off in a little bit. I'm going to put the beginning of the video in a short little video with my big rant. So make sure y'all check out the rant. I had a big rant earlier in this live stream. We were about to be live for almost an hour and 40 minutes. Believe it or not, it doesn't seem like an hour and 40 minutes, but we've been live for an hour and 40 minutes almost. Shout out to everybody in the building. Jones, Trevor, Jones. Hold on. Jones and Trevor. Oh, hold on. I'm holding out a year and trading farm in 2027 for Arch Manning Skull. Oh, hold on now. Darnold 7503. Is Arch Manning the guy? I need every person that's in the comments right now. How is Arch Manning looking? Mac Jones for sure. Lawrence is a major choke artist. Almost as bad as Justin Herbert. Oh, dang. All right. Got Mac Jones is winning right now. Imagine Darnold throws 200 in the Super Bowl. Oh my gosh. Don't do that. Don't do that to me, Mike. I don't want that to happen. As you can see, it's not the quarterback. Kevin O'Connell. Bro, I've been saying this. I literally been saying this, and people were so like they were agreeing with me, but it's okay. It's okay to agree to disagree. Now, finally, people are waking up. Mike, you're my witness, Mike. Have I not been coming at Kevin O'Connell for the longest? Mike, have I not been coming at Kevin O'Connell for the longest? Not in a disrespectful way. I ain't saying he's a bad person, but he's a sucky play caller. I've been saying this for the longest, even when we had Kirk Cousins, even when we had Sam Darnold, and especially when we have J.J. McCarthy. Oh, my gosh. It's even worse because J.J. McCarthy's not on the level of Kirk Cousins. He's not on the level of Sam Darnold. Not yet. Maybe he won't be. I don't know. Those are veteran quarterbacks that can kind of play through the deficiencies of a play caller like Kevin O'Connell. Those are veteran quarterbacks that can play through the deficiencies of Kevin O'Connell's. He is terrible at play calling. He doesn't want to run the ball. He wants to leave J.J. McCarthy on the island, knowing that the dang on offensive line is horrible. It doesn't make. I've been saying this for the longest. And my boy Mike in the comments, no, I'm not. This is not just me saying it now. I've been saying it. Just now, it's not just now. I've been saying this stuff. Literally. And then people are trying to hate on Ben Johnson. At least Ben Johnson, in his first year as a head coach, got his young second-year quarterback Caleb Williams to the playoffs. And I'm a Viking fan giving of the Bears props. I don't want to give the Bears any props. Viking fans going to try to come at Ben Johnson saying, oh, he's not going to be good. And he won his first playoff game with a second-year quarterback. And they've been one of the best offenses in the game for the whole entire season. We trying to get on that level. And I hate to even say it like that. Because I feel like we have some dogs on this team. We had a top 3 defense. The end of the season, a top 3 defense, and didn't do nothing with it. We wasted a great year of defense because our offense is ranked 29th in total offense, and people want to give Kevin O'Connell so many excuses. Thunderbolt. I'm tired of it. It is what it is. I'm going to keep on saying it, and y'all going to get tired of me saying it, because next year, if he doesn't get it together, I'm going to say it again. He's a terrible play caller. You know what I mean? I take Wolves any day of the week. My childhood was in the Red Macoons. Okay. Well, they gotta get it together, man. When it comes to, not really get it together. I like our owners. What I want though is them to be like, yo, Kevin O'Connell. Well, not even Kevin O'Connell. I hope our GM has the power to say, Kevin O'Connell, you gotta be able to adjust your play calling prior to week 14. You don't wait until more than half the season is over to say, hey, by the way, I'm going to simplify my offense to get my quarterbacks to play better. That is the craziest thing I heard. Being a Viking fan, I never heard a head coach say something like that. I never heard it happen until this year. Or 2025 NFL season. It's crazy. Sam Darnold will be the Super Bowl MVP. Write that down, boy. Oh, goodness gracious. Hey, listen, I hope he does. But I wouldn't be mad if Drake May does it. Because I'm a big Drake May guy. The amount of ex-Vikings in the oh my gosh. Diggs being in the new alien is not our doing. He went to Houston. I know. I know. But the point is, he started with the Vikings, brother. Darnold started with the Vikings. Now he's there. Started with the Vikings. Now the whole team in the Super Bowl. His whole new team is in the Super Bowl. He started with the Vikings. We drafted him. That's the point, Darnold. I get what you're saying. It's not our doing because he bounced around a little tiny bit. I get it. But the point is, my brother from another mother, got a lot of love and respect for what you're saying right there. I know you're trying to soften the blow. I get it. You're trying to soften the Viking blow. But I'm telling you right now, bro, he was with the Vikings at one point. Minneapolis Miracle, brother. I was crying that night when we caught that ball against the Saints. And I said, get out of bounds. All we need is a field goal. And he stayed in bounds and ran all the way to the end zone. And the Vikings win the... I was going to say win the Super Bowl. We ain't win the Super Bowl. I'm about to say win the Super Bowl. We ain't win the Super Bowl, but we got to the next round. We got to the NFC Championship game. We got booted by the Eagles. But still, it was an amazing feeling. It was one of the amazing... That right there, I cried tears of joy. Straight up. But Darnold, yes, is our doing. Yes. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness, brother. With how they keep rubbing it in, you think this is... Oh, no. Don't get the oil out, man. We ain't going to do all that. What's good? What's going on, Big Monster Jam? Shout out to you. Could be worse. Could be dealing with Wizinator, the love. Oh no. Hey, listen, I get it. It could be worse. I don't think it could be worse though. I'm gonna tell you why, Darnold. Because a lot of the players, like especially the quarterback we had last year, is in the Super Bowl, bro. That's what makes it worse than anything. I know the off the field craziness and all that other weird stuff that back in the day, I get it. But what the ultimate goal is for the Vikings to win a Super Bowl. We've been to the Super Bowl 4 times, never won it once. And for the quarterback that got us 14 wins last season, well, was part of the reason. He wasn't the only reason. We had a good defense as well last year. But one of the reasons why we had 14 wins was because of Sam Darnold. And we let him go because we put all their eggs in one basket with a developing quarterback in J.J. McCarthy. He's 22 years old at the time. Now he's 23. And the problem is this. The head coach didn't adjust to what he literally was calling plays as if J.J. McCarthy was Sam Darnold the whole entire season, y'all. He called the plays. The same plays when Sam Darnold was the quarterback for the Vikings, he called them same exact plays. J.J. McCarthy is not Sam Darnold. Not yet, at least. So that's the problem we have, and including the injuries on top of that. So you got the play calling and the injuries. Combination of them both is a recipe for a disaster. And that's what happened when it came to the offense. That's why our offense is ranked number 26. Not 20. Oh, my God. Not even that good. We're ranked 29th. And you can look it up for yourself. Everybody in the comments, if you think I'm bull crapping, y'all, our offense in total offense is 29th. There's 32 teams in the NFL. We're ranked number 29th. But our defense is ranked number 3. Try to make it make sense, y'all. Try to make that make sense. Because our defense was on the field more time, listen, for almost a whole quarter of a game. Because our offense would go 3 and out, turnover, 3 and out, turnover. You need to make a song. Turnover, 3 and out, turnover. It was bad. It was really bad, bro. It really was. It was brutal to watch. Brutal. God bless you, Mike. Blessing to all. Blessing to you, brother. God bless to everybody in the building. And I want to say for everybody that went through the storm, I'm happy everybody, you know what I mean? Everybody's doing well. To my knowledge, everybody's doing well. And we're having another storm, I think, this weekend, unfortunately. I heard that there's going to be like another foot coming. Another storm, which is crazy. So just make sure y'all prepare prior to the day of the storm. Get your salt, get your shovel, get all that good stuff. Get everything you need. You know what I mean? Yeah. But I will be live for when's the Super Bowl? It's not this weekend. It's 2 weeks and then it's 2 weeks and then it's the Super Bowl. But yeah. But shout out to everybody in the building. He improved. Are y'all done with JJ McCarthy already? Dude deserves a full year. No. We're not done with JJ McCarthy. No. No. I'm not done with JJ McCarthy. But just because I'm not done with JJ McCarthy doesn't mean not really crazy. Kevin O'Connell ain't done with Kevin O'Connell and crazy. I'm gonna put a combination of them both. I think JJ McCarthy should have another year. But what does Crazy and Kevin O'Connell think? And also, will Kevin O'Connell adjust his play calling to the talent of J.J. McCarthy? His strengths, will he adjust? I don't know if that's possible because he's kind of stubborn, in my honest opinion. I say that respectfully. Sam Darnold, my ex-Jet quarterback. I know, right? Sam Darnold's showing us all up, bro. Shout out to you, bro. I figured out how Crazy picked J.J. How you pick him? Can't wait until 2027 when Flores is our. Yo, everybody is saying that. Defense wins. Thank you. I've been saying this for a long time. And people, listen, this is how I feel. Defense wins Super Bowls. That's just my honest opinion, y'all. Defense, to me, always wins Super Bowls. More times than a great offense. I truly believe that. I truly believe that you can have the greatest quarterback of all time. We've seen it. Tom Brady, to me, and I keep saying it because I really feel like some people might disagree. My opinion, Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time. I don't even think it's a debate. Some people might say Joe Montana. Some people might say a couple other quarterbacks. I think Tom's the greatest, right? What was his kryptonite? A defensive line. The best defensive line he ever went against. And y'all know who I'm talking about. Y'all know what defensive line I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? That is the kryptonite. Yes, you have to have a secondary. Got to be decent. But the kryptonite is to be able to get to the quarterback without having to blitz too much. Ain't nothing wrong with blitzing, but you got to make sure you have them corners, though. If you blitz, you got to have them corners. You got to have dogs in the backfield. You got to have them dogs. Them cornerbacks, man. You got to have them dogs. And you got to have but like it's so hard to beat great quarterbacks like that. You can't give them time. You give Tom Brady time, he's going to pick you apart. I don't care how good of a cornerback you are. You got to rush him. Whether it's from whether it's from the edges or in the middle, you're going to have to get to him. Or Tom Brady's going to pick you apart. Or Peyton Manning's going to pick you apart. Or Joe Montana's going to pick you apart. Or Steve Young is going to pick you apart. Or any of the great quarterbacks. Dan Marino, whoever you can name. Patrick Mahomes, anybody, even the recent great quarterbacks right now, in my opinion. Josh Allen. Who else is another great quarterback? Matthew Stafford. If you give them too much time, they're going to pick you apart. I don't care unless you have a whole bunch of Darrelle Reeveses running around, which nobody has that. I don't care. The best cornerback ain't even close to that right now in the game. There ain't another Reeves. So unless you got all Reeveses on all for your slot corners, your outside corners, and all that, you have to get to that quarterback. Is that a fact or is that a fact, bro? You can't let these dudes sit in the pocket, go on vacation, sip on coladas, you know what I'm saying? And just, hey, like I said before, Oprah Winfrey, when she was selling those cars, when she was saying, you get a car, you get a car, you get a car, it's the same thing in football. You get a pass for a touchdown. You get a pass for a touchdown. That's pretty much what it is. You don't let quarterbacks sit in the pocket and look pretty. You got to rush them. You got to take them out their spot. And that's why I always go defense. Even though they're trying to take rules and make it seem like you can't play defense, I don't care. Defense wins champ. And listen, whatever defense plays the best is going to win the Super Bowl this year. I know Drake May is really good. I know Sam Darnold is really good. But in Super Bowl 60, we think it's going to be offense, right? Watch. We all think Sam Darnold and the Seahawks are going to put up like 30, 40 points. We think that, right? Watch it not be like that. Patriots defense ain't no joke. We think Drake May's going to do what he wants to do. Watch it not be like that. Watch the Seahawks defense come to play. May the best defense, the best defense that whatever defense plays the best is going to win. Whoever turns the ball over the most, they're going to lose. That's another thing. Turning the ball over is so crucial in the playoffs. Like, man, big turnovers, especially, when you're driving the ball and then you throw this sucky interception or you fumble or you turn the ball over on downs because you're being too. I was just talking to Mike the other day about it. What game was it? I forgot what game. What game was it? What game? I don't know which game. I cover so many games, but they went for it on fourth down. It was like 4th and inches, and then they couldn't convert it. And it backfired because you could have got that field goal. Yo, you got to go for those field goals sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes you got to go for those field goals. I know it's super hard to be like, oh, it's 4th and inches. It's 4th in a yard or 2 yards, but sometimes you just got to go for that field goal. Unless you at the goal line, bro, and it's 4th and inches, listen, Super Bowl, you got to get every point. Every freaking point counts because that 3 points can honestly backfire if you don't get it. But shout out to everybody in the bit. I'm about to get off in a little bit. Listen, we've been live for almost 2 hours, y'all. As crazy as that sounds. Doesn't feel like that. It took you until about week 7 or 8 to give up on him changing his way and start demanding him to change instead of saying he just needs to run more, but he'll turn it around. Yeah, man. I just feel like Kevin O'Connell is just no comments. Agreed that the Vikings need to run the ball. They need to get close to that 50-50 run pass. Yeah, and it depends on the game. You know, some games you might have to run it 70% of the time. Sometimes you might need to throw it 70% of the time. But you can't give up on the run altogether. And that's what Kevin O'Connell does, to be honest with you, bro. He does it all the time, bro. He went to McDonald's, ordered a Big Mac, McShake, took his son and took McCarthy. And at the end of the day, all we got was yeah, man. Hey, listen, talking about a McShake. You know what I'm saying? McFlurry. I'm thinking of a McFlurry. Is it McFlurry? Oreo McFlurry. Them things is banging. But I heard some things that they got all this different stuff. The ingredients ain't all that. I know this is off topic. Y'all gotta watch what y'all eat too, man. Some of the food, I ain't trying to come at McDonald's, but I'm just being honest. You gotta watch some of the stuff they be. No comments. No comments. Let me not even get into that conversation. No. What's going on? Skull Mafia in the building. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, We should have kept Case. Oh my gosh. Hey, listen. What did Mike Zimmer say? Andre, what did Mike Zimmer say? Mike Zimmer did not want Kirk Cousins. He didn't want him. See, Rick thought we was a quarterback away. We probably already had our quarterback. Case Keenum did what he needed to do. The problem is we just needed to adjust a couple more things. We was a game away from the Super Bowl. And you just let him go. How you get rid of Case? How you let Case Keenum go? And Kirk Cousins ain't get us close to the dang NFC Championship game. Ain't that crazy? When you think about everything, the wrong decisions from the GM and all that, we went to the NFC Championship game with Case Keenum. Case Keenum was amazing that year. And you know what I was saying to a lot of my coworkers? I was like, yo, like every time we made a comeback, every time we won, I would always say, we just caught another case. We just caught another case this Sunday, y'all. I always would say, I was talking crazy. I said, Case Keenum is the guy. And we let him go. I know the Eagles beat the brakes off of us in that NFC Championship game. I understand. But that's beside the point. At least we got to the NFC Championship game. You should have ran it back. So I'm agreeing with you, my brother. My brother from another mother. I agree with you. You talking that talk. I got to give you the talk that talk.
Talk that
I got to give you the talk that talk. And I got to give you the horn, brother. Goshly. That's some truth. That is a fact, bro. My guy went to the Mike Zimmer days. He went to the Mike Zimmer when we got to the NFC Championship game with that great defense. We could have ran it back. We could have adjusted a couple of things, and we could have seen what happened with it. And then maybe go for a quarterback later on. But why would you get rid of something that was working? That don't even make sense. Why get rid of the quarterback that was playing lights out with Stephon Diggs and Adam Thielen? Like, doesn't make sense. I love the Vikings. I'm a Viking fan. But some of the decisions that we have made over the years are questionable. For real. Questionable. Facts. Sko. Isn't a good coach. Look, Kevin O'Connell isn't a good coach. He's the worst Vikings coach in. I don't want to say all that, but he ain't a good coach. Like people make him seem like he. Like people be trying to make it seem like Kevin O'Connell is like the greatest coach. I don't know why, bro. I don't know why. I'm just being honest. Yes, hit the like button, everybody. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We definitely going live for every Viking game with the scoreboard and everything, play-by-play. And we're also going live for some primetime games as well. If you're feeling the vibes, consider subscribing. And this is the YouTube channel for you. We have good vibes. We keep it respectful. We keep it PG. Everybody can talk their talk. If you agree to disagree, it's okay. You don't have to call them out their name. We want to have a peaceful live stream where everybody can speak their mind. And that's how I want to keep it, man, on this channel. We want to just keep it respectful, man. Keep it respectful and have fun. I want everybody to feel comfortable being on this YouTube channel. I always say this is a YouTube family, and I mean that. It's a YouTube family. Beyond not running the ball, no quick game in the past game. Everything is 10. Bro, exactly. And Vikings very poor in the screen game. Exactly. Literally, everything you said, bro, I've been saying for the longest, bro. I've been saying what you just said for the longest. And it's like, and that's why I say I can't fault JJ McCarthy for everything. Like, yeah, some of the turnovers, you like, bro, you can't be doing that turnover, bro. You can't throw that ball right there, bro. Sometimes he's not the most accurate. Sometimes. That was earlier in the season, though. But in the last few games, he was playing pretty good, bro. So my whole thing is that with the adjustment of the play calling, he looks so much better. And it's just like, if you would have done that a few weeks prior, we would have been in the playoffs and we would have beat these teams that's in the Super Bowl. It's like, now let me stop. Y'all probably like, stop the cap.
Stop the cap. Really. Stop the cap.
Yeah, stop the cap, Mike. Maybe the Vikings front office should see if good old Brett Favre. Oh my gosh. You know what's crazy? You know what's so crazy? I really appreciate Brett. Not even crazy. I really, as a Viking fan, I can't stand the Green Bay Packers. I say that with all the love and all the respect in the world. I got respect for them, but I can't stand them at the end of the day, right? They're our biggest rival. It's all fun at the end of the day. Don't take that the wrong way, Packer fans. It's all fun at the end of the day. But when we got Brett Favre, I was like, bro, I can't stand the Vikings right now. I'm a Viking fan, but I got to rock with this. Why you get Brett Favre? Of all the players, the guy that was beating our team for all these years, you want to get Brett Favre. Of all the players you could have chose from the Green Bay Packers. And then when he played a couple of games, I said, I think I like Brett Favre. That man, he really that bull. That man really that bull. And he made Sidney Rice look good. Oh, man. Hey, listen, bro. Brett Favre's a tough brother. And I don't want to get into the Saints. I call them the Aints because what they did to Brett Favre, that was unacceptable. Man, that was so unacceptable. No, man, I don't even want to think about it. Don't even want to think about it. But, man, with Adrian Peterson doing what he was doing, I remember Brett Favre was like, man, this is the easiest I ever played quarterback. In other words, he didn't say these exact words. He's like, this is the easiest I ever played quarterback. All I got to do is hand the ball off to Adrian Peterson. This is prime Adrian. Listen, y'all. Look at this. This is Adrian Peterson's signed autograph jersey. Hold on. Signed autograph Adrian Peterson jersey right there. Y'all know how I feel about Adrian Peterson, right? He said, all I got to do is hand the ball off to Adrian Peterson. That's all I got to do. Yo, man. Then he threw that interception. He threw it across his body, threw that interception. I said, Brett, all we needed to get a first down, bro. I forgot who our field goal kicker was at the time, but he was like one of the greatest field goal kickers that we probably ever had. And all we needed was a field goal, I think, to tie the game up or to win the game. And he just threw it across his body, trying to do too much and threw an interception. I said, gosh, Brett Favre. I said, Brett. But then let's get to Aaron Rodgers, though. Aaron Rodgers was rumored to go to his last year. Now, I wouldn't be surprised. Now, hear me out, y'all. I know he's like 42, 41. I don't even care. I'm not saying I'm starting him over J.J. McCarthy. But for a backup, if he was willing to be a backup, just in case J.J. McCarthy gets hurt, I wouldn't mind that. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind Aaron Rodgers coming to the purple and gold to be the backup. Because y'all know how I feel about Joe Flacco. I wanted Joe Flacco to be on the Minnesota Vikings, but that didn't happen. Because I like the Joe Flacco to be like the backup. If we had Joe Flacco, we would have been all right. Listen, man, all these backups, in my opinion, I feel like the backup quarterback is debatably the second most important position in football because you never know what an injury can happen. You never know. So I'm like, literally, we got to go into 2026 with the mindset as every Viking fan that's in the chat right now, or just NFL fans in general. Y'all know I'm right about this when it comes to the backup quarterback because your season could be over in one play if you don't have a backup. Look at the Broncos. What happened to Bo Nix? I'm not saying Stidham was terrible because he was actually good before the snow and all that. Listen, you need a backup. You saw Nick Foles, what he did with the Eagles when the Eagles won their first Super Bowl in 2017. Or was it 2018? 2017 season, 2018. You know what I mean? They won a Super Bowl. But you know what I'm saying, y'all? You need that backup. You need a backup. It is what it is. You need a backup. If they don't fire Kevin O'Connell, we're doomed for no. They're gonna have to fire him after this year, bro. They're not keeping Kevin O'Connell after this year. He better step his game up. Like he better step his game up this year. Straight up, he better. Skol Vikings, baby. Skol, baby. Y'all know the vibes. Yo, it's so crazy. We've been live for like 2 hours. I'm about to get off in a little bit, y'all. Patriots. Yeah, Patriots got a chance to win. Yes, hit the like button, everybody. Hit the subscribe button. Yo, what's going on, everybody? Rudy, shout out to everybody that's in the building. How's everything? How's everybody doing today? I want to say, man, thank you so much. This live stream was so freaking fun. Thank you so much for everybody that's in the building, man. Appreciate y'all. Make sure if y'all haven't already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We're gonna do we're gonna talk that talk a lot more times. We're gonna be live for the Super Bowl. I just want to say thank you so much. Share. If you know anybody that's a Viking fan or just an NFL fan that likes good vibes, good energy, tell them to check out Mike Sports Vibes, trying to grow this family. But shout out to everybody that's in the building. Appreciate y'all. And I want to say God bless. I'm going to read a couple more comments and I'm going to get off. But salute to each and every one of y'all. And look out for the video that I'm going to put out when I went on this long rant about this whole situation with the Vikings. I'm going to shorten this and I'm going to make sure I make a video about it because it's a good video. I think it'll be a good video. I know people are going to be mad at me. No, the only people that's going to be mad at me is going to be Kevin O'Connell, like supporters to the max. Like Kevin O'Connell can do no wrong, Mike Sports Vibes. Kevin O'Connell can do no wrong. And you're wrong for saying that about Kevin O'Connell. How dare you? You know what I'm saying? Offense with excellent weapons. Facts. Go Cowboys. Yeah, Cowboys. They need a defensive coordinator. The rumor was that Brian Flores was going to go to y'all. There were some rumors that Brian Flores might go to the Cowboys. If Brian Flores was to go to y'all, man, but why would he want to be a defensive coordinator? He might as well just be our defensive coordinator. But then again, if he went to the Cowboys, you know you got a good offense because the Cowboys got a great offense, which Pickens and Lamb and Dak Prescott, you can say what you want about them, but they got a very good offense. And then if Brian Flores was the defensive coordinator of the Cowboys, that Cowboys team would be very scary in the NFC. I'm just going to keep it real with you. And this is coming from a Viking fan. I got to give you my honest opinion. But, man, Dak Prescott showed me some things last year, man. I really feel like, man, if it wasn't for that dang on defense, that defense was horrible. Defense was so horrible last year. Kevin O'Connell has bad plans for games, plus bad decisions in games. 4th and goal, undrafted rookie. You haven't ran the ball. Call PA and forces rookie to try to make a play on the 4th down and get a pick 6. Yeah, that was Mike. We was live for that, right? That seemed like that was scripted, bro. It was so bad. Yo. I gotta find that reaction. What game was that? I gotta find that reaction because I gotta put that as a short because that right there, bro, was so bad. It was like it had to be scripted, bro. That play, Mike, that play right there was so horrible. It wasn't even funny. It was bad. It was funny, but it wasn't really funny because it was so terrible. It was like, Kevin O'Connell, what are you doing? That was my question. Kevin O'Connell, I might need to make that a video. Kevin O'Connell, what are you doing? That should be the next video. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna have that series next year. Kevin O'Connell, what are you doing? Top 5. Kevin O'Connell, what are you doing? Top 5 moments. We might have to go live and have like a top 5 moment. Kevin O'Connell, what are you doing? We'll just like name the point of the game and the play and whatever. But yeah, man, it was bad. It was bad. Also, Mike. Oh my gosh. Bro, are you being for real? Bro, are you being for real with this? You talking about Jake Slaughter? Those who know, I think he's the best center in college football, in my opinion. I know there's other ones that are really good as well. Y'all know how I feel about Jake. I've been talking about Jake for the moment. When we do our next mock draft, we're going to do another mock draft. I'm drafting him. Best believe I'm drafting him. I got him as the best center in college football. I know there's what's the name? With Connell. I think that's another center that's really, really good. There's a couple ones. There's a couple good centers. But Jake Slaughter, for me, is my favorite center, bro. And I think we can probably get him in the 3rd round. We might have to, maybe in the 3rd round. That's pushing it. You got to make sure you might have to trade up in that 3rd round to make sure you get him. But listen, Jake Slaughter is one of my favorite players in this draft because I know how important the center position is for the Vikings. But you know what makes me irritated, though, bro? You want to know why I'm so irritated? Because Bradbury's in the Super Bowl, and he was our center. You want to know why I'm so irritated, y'all? Because Sam Darnold's in the Super Bowl. Not because I'm cheering against him, and he was our quarterback. But getting back to the center, can we talk about center right now? Jake Slaughter, I would love to get him, but this is the issue. Will the play calling be good for him? Because certain offensive linemen, for example, right? What's the bull I just made a video about? Tyler Linderbaum. Tyler Linderbaum, one of the best centers in the game for the Ravens. He's a unrestricted free agent, right? They're gonna let him go. The Ravens. He's a Pro Bowler. He made the Pro Bowl in 2023, 2024, 2025, right? 3 consecutive Pro Bowls. I'm talking about Tyler Linderbaum. I was asking the Viking fans, should we go trade for him, right? But we need a center badly. According to PFF, he's not the best at pass blocking, though. His pass blocking grade is 63.4. It's not the worst, but it's not good, right? See, but the thing about it is his run blocking grade is 83.7. So, which is 4th out of all the centers in the game. All the best centers in the game. So, yes, I would love to get Jake Slaughter. I would love to sign Tyler Linderbaum for the right price. The issue is this. What are they better at? Because you got to know your players. Are they better at running the ball? Are they better at passing the ball? Are they both? They can do both. Can you do one better than the other? I always say that run blocking is easier than pass blocking because at least with run blocking, you're trying to make a hole. You're pushing. You're not, when you're pass blocking, you're pushing, but you're trying to maintain discipline so they don't get to your quarterback. Run blocking, you're trying to create a hole. Hey, listen, we're going to let you have it. You feel me? So he's better at run blocking. So it just depends on what Kevin O'Connell's going to do next year, bro. Like, it really depends. Like, if everything works out perfectly, right? Like, let's hypothetically speaking, like, say Christian Darrisaw is healthy. The best left tackle in the game, debatably, right? One of the best, right? I'm not going to say the best. One of the best. Brian O'Neill healthy, our right tackle, right? All right, Ryan Kelly, just take him out because he needs to go because he keeps getting concussions. But he's a very good center, but he keeps getting concussions. He needs to retire. All money ain't good money. All right, Donovan Jackson, he's better at run blocking than pass blocking, but he was pretty decent for his rookie season. Will Fries, our other guard, he's solid. I'll just say that just to be nice. I'll say he's solid, right? So we got to figure out the center position. But I feel like our offensive line is better at running the ball than pass blocking. Once you get past 2 seconds, then it's hard for our offensive line to keep their blocks. That's all offensive lines, but especially ours, right? And Kevin O'Connell's play calling, he wants people to go 20 to 30 yards down the field. He wants a home run every play. Sometimes in baseball, you got to hit a single. Sometimes in baseball, you have to bunt a player over to second base or to third base. You know what I mean? You can't always go for the home run hits. And that's the problem. So I would love Jake Slaughter. He's my favorite center in college. But the issue that I have is play calling. That, because our play calling can help our offensive line as well. But, y'all know how I feel. Y'all know how I feel about Kevin O'Connell. I'm trying to be nice. I'm not trying to sound like a hater. I'm just keeping it real. I'm keeping it real in my honest opinion. I know people ain't going to agree, but not everybody's supposed to agree with you. That's what makes the world amazing, when people disagree. You don't want to have everybody agree with everything you say. So I'm expecting people to be like, yeah, Kevin O'Connell's the guy. It's all J.J. McCarthy's fault. And I agree. Listen, that's how you feel. That's how you feel. It was the injuries. Okay, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. I disagree, but agree to disagree. I believe it's Kevin O'Connell's fault why this offense was horrible all season long. I believe that this offense has been horrible when it comes to the big time moments. I'm not talking about as a whole, right? Because when you talk about the statistics of Kirk Cousins in 2022 was amazing. When you talk about 2024, winning 14 games with Sam Darnold looking amazing. Amazing statistics. But when it counted, when it's 3rd and long, when the game is on the line, or if it's 4th and short, when the game is on the line, will he make the correct call? You know what I mean? Punt, punt, punt. That's how the song should have ended. I think that pick six crushed shows ego and confidence. Yeah, you know what? I got to find, Mike, what game was that? I got to find that play-by-play because I got to put that out there for the whole community to see because I was so, devastated that I was devastated after that pick six, bro. I really was, bro. Where are you at? Where am I at? I'm in Pennsylvania. I'm from PA. I'm Philly everything besides football, NFL football. I'm a Phillies fan. I'm a Sixers fan. I'm a Flyers fan. I'm a Union fan. I have another YouTube channel called if anybody's interested in basketball, I have another YouTube channel. I do play-by-plays for my other channel. Let me see if I can find it real quick for you. And I'm going to post it in the comments. You don't have to subscribe to it if you don't want, but it will really help a brother out if you do subscribe to this channel. This is my other YouTube channel, Mike Sports Vibes Balling, where I cover basketball and baseball. I cover the Sixers, and I do a lot of play-by-plays. But this is my other channel. I'm going to spam it a couple of times for people to see, just to put it out there. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to this channel as well as the channel that you're on right now. This is my football channel where I go live for every Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And I also go live for primetime games. Not all primetime games, but we will be going live for a lot more prime games next season. So look out for that. So even if you're not a Viking fan, you're definitely welcome to this YouTube channel. But yeah, I'm in Pennsylvania, PA all day. JJ got an entire year and he couldn't stay on the field. Silence, Bears fans. You know what? It's true. He did have a whole year to sit on the bench because of his meniscus tear. But I try to give JJ a little bit of the benefit of the doubt because I just feel like Kevin O'Connell put him in a bad situation. I really do. I feel like it's not fair for JJ McCarthy to just come in it's not really his rookie season, but it's kind of his rookie season. I look at it as his rookie season. Technically, it's not, but you get where I'm coming from. It's his first games of his career. And you literally just let this guy you didn't have a good game plan at all. At all, bro. And if you're wondering why I'm a Viking fan from Pennsylvania, I just want to put this out there. It's because of the greatest wide receiver of all time, Randy Moss. That's my opinion. Agreed to disagree. I know a lot of people are going to say Jerry Rice. It is what it is. My favorite wide receiver of all time is Randy Moss, and he's the reason why I am a big-time Minnesota Viking fan. Skull to the freaking bowl, baby. Just to let y'all know. Snowstorm in Minnesota. God bless Minnesota. Man, there's been a lot of snowstorms lately, man. A lot of snowstorms. We about to get hit with another foot of snow this weekend, so it's about to be crazy. About to be crazy. Go Patriots. We got the Patriots fans in the building. Shout out to the Patriot fans in the building. Appreciate you, bro. We'll see what y'all do in the Super Bowl. Good luck to you. Been a Vikings since 76. It's the shame over here. Get used to the misery. Oh, no. Hey, listen, Andre. Hey, listen. Allow me
that talk.
Allow me to talk that talk, bro. Listen. I know Viking fans that seen all the Super Bowls, bro. And we're not going for that anymore, Andre. We're trying to win Super Bowls. We're not going for regular season awards anymore, ladies and gentlemen. Because at the end of the day, we have the most wins out of all the teams in NFL in the regular season without a Super Bowl. It's a dang on shame. My cat is nipping on me. So here's my cat, since he wants to nip on my legs and stuff. I'll show him to everybody. This is my cat, Zeke. He's like my best friend almost, because everywhere I go, he follows me. Out of everybody in the house, my wife and my kids, he follows me. He really likes me. It's my buddy right here. All right, go ahead, buddy. My buddy right there. That's my cat. Named Zeke. But yeah, we gonna win, bro. Keep your head up. We gonna win. He says Sunny D MVP, Super Bowl champ. Yeah, you ain't lying. Maybe. Purple People Eater gang, I'm out. All right, bro. All right, y'all. I'm out, y'all. I want to say thank you so much for all the support, y'all, man. I'm just so thankful for everybody supporting me on this channel and this YouTube journey. Zimmer's defense went to trash after 2017. Yeah, it got a little bit older. I agree. Got older. But I think, yeah, it didn't plan out as well. Didn't plan out as well later in the, yeah, I get it. Rimmer built us the right way, run the ball and play hard defense. I feel like this. You have to have a balance when it comes to running the ball too much and passing the ball too much. I think the offenses that win the best, in my opinion, is like a balanced offense. It doesn't have to necessarily be 50-50, because that's like almost impossible to pass it the same amount of times you run the ball. But just keep it close. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to be too pass heavy. You don't want to be too run heavy. But if you have a mixture, you keep the defense honest. That's just my opinion. Now, if a team is like, say you go against a team and they can't stop the run at all, like they just suck at stopping the run, man, run that ball 70% of the time. You just destroy them. That's fine. But when you start going against the teams in the playoffs and you start getting further in the season or whatever, you're gonna have to have a more balanced offense to win these big games. It's very hard to win a Super Bowl if I'm just going to run the ball all the time, or I'm just going to pass the ball all the time. You have to have a combination of both. That's just my opinion, though. But shout out to everybody in the building. Shout out to Break Forever. Yes, like, comment, subscribe. Shout out to everybody in the building. And what did Cousins do for the Vikings? Absolutely nothing. Hey, listen, not a dang on thing. Put up a lot of good stats, though. AJ Brown, Vikings bound? No, we don't want them. Viking fans hating on Darnold gone? No. Who hates on Darnold? That is not true. I'm one of the biggest Darnold supporters. And I'm a Viking fan. So I'm going to speak for a lot of Viking fans. Not all Viking fans, because some Viking fans don't want that man to win. But I'm speaking for some Viking fans. Some Viking fans, like myself, want him to do well. And I'm happy for him. Success. He's making the Vikings look bad right now. And maybe this will wake the Vikings organization up. This might work out for us. But what I will say is this: since Sam Darnold been successful this season, this exposed Kevin O'Connell. It exposed Kwesi. It exposed what's happening. I'll tell you that. Yeah, we're going to be all right, though, bro. Andre, keep your head up, my brother. I got your back, bro. At least the Vikings brought back Favre and Cunningham after making NFC Championship game runs. We tried. Yeah, we tried. But Donald, my boy, I said Donald. We not going to use the word trying no more, because I feel like that's negative in my opinion. I'm going to tell you why I feel like it's negative. We not going to try. We going to do. We are going to win a Super Bowl. We are going to win a Super Bowl. We're not trying no more. We're going to do it. I'm tired of trying. We've been trying for all this time. We got to do it at this point. Real talk. We're going to speak it into existence. Everybody that's in the building, we will do it this time. The NFC will be more competitive. Oh, my gosh, it's going to be real competitive next year. Our division is stacked. The NFC North division is stacked. The Packers are good. The Bears are good. The Lions, I don't know if they're going to take another step back or move forward. I don't know. We'll see about them. The Vikings is the question mark, too. Step up, step back. We shall see. The NFC in general is stacked, though. I wouldn't be surprised if the Vikings signed to and call the quarterback competition. Then we're going to Flores should be promoted. You know what? The reason why, Shannon, this is not going to happen. Tua would not happen. You want to know why? Because him and Brian Flores did not get along. And if they want to keep Brian Flores, I don't think that Tua's in the plan. I highly doubt it. I would be highly surprised if Tua is in the purple and gold. Now I wouldn't be surprised if Kyler Murray happened to somehow be in the purple and gold. I wouldn't be surprised if Mac Jones somehow became a Viking, or what's another quarterback? We made a big blockbuster trade for Joe Burrow, which I would really be surprised. I don't think it's going to happen. But I think a more realistic would be like a Kyler Murray because than Tua, just because Tua and Brian Flores, they was not on the same page. They at all. But there needs to be competition though. Hold on. Yes, thank you so much for this comment. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much, brother, man. Oh, bro, trust me. Kevin is the worst coach. He says, Ben says, oh my gosh. My brother is done with Kevin O'Connell. I've been trying to say stuff, but you know, I'm going to talk that talk. So do you want, it's all good. Talk that talk, TY. Flores for a head coach for the Vikings. Yo, that's going to be the new thing. Real talk though. You ain't lying. That's the new thing right now. Not even new. I think a lot of people already been on this like mindset, to be honest with you. Like I feel like a lot of people been on that mindset of like, let's make Brian Flores the head coach and get rid of Kevin O'Connell. But I think more people are on board because now people are seeing, all right, yeah, JJ McCarthy didn't have the greatest season, but it wasn't all his fault. I keep saying that because I want people to understand, like, he has the ability to be. Listen, I'm trying not to jinx this guy. I don't think I got that power to jinx anybody. But I feel like he really can be good, bro. I really feel like he can be good. The issue is him staying on the field and being healthy. And the biggest issue, health is the biggest issue. The second biggest issue is play calling. Health is number one. He got to somehow be on that dang on football field because history would tell us so far he hasn't played that many games. He missed his rookie season. He missed a good amount of this season. So we got to figure something out. We on his third season. He doesn't have a full season of experience yet. He doesn't have a full season of experience. So we got to keep it real. For real. Oh yeah, AP fumble. Oh yeah, and talk that talk. Hold on, talk that talk.
Talk that talk.
That was the biggest thing. I think that's one of the biggest reasons why we lost that game. I'm not sure how many fumbles he lost, but he fumbled the ball against the Saints in that NFC Championship game like 4. Man, I want to say 20 times. You said 4 times. I say 20 times. It was like, but you know what it was though, Andre? My biggest thing is this. Adrian Peterson was such a beast. He will run over like 5 Saints. They were no chance of getting them down. And then he'll get tackled by the small little tackle and somehow cough the ball up. And I'm like, bro, you just ran over like 5 people and then you coughed the ball up. Like, I didn't understand that about my boy Adrian. And I love Adrian Peterson. Like, y'all know how I feel about Adrian Peterson? That man is a beast in a good way. But that man was coughing the ball up like 20, 80 times, 100 times in that game. My brother said 4. I say 20 to 100 times. It was bad, bro. Because it was bad because he will run over like 5 people and then he'll cough the ball up. I'm like, bro, what is you doing? Stop trying to fight for 50 million yards and get down on the ground. Down on the ground. You know what I mean? Sometimes fighting for extra yardage sometimes can backfire. I'm just saying. Longwell was the kicker. Yes. Thank you for that. 2 things people forget about 2009 NFC Championship game. It was Longwell, to my point, Peterson fumbled in that game along. Oh, Harvin did fumble. My God, Percy Harvin. Y'all bringing up some memories, y'all. Like Percy Harvin, and then Percy Harvin won a Super Bowl with the Seahawks. Am I correct, y'all? Didn't he win a Super Bowl with the Seahawks? Yo, Percy Harvin, if it wasn't for his migraines, Percy Harvin was that guy, bro. He was one of the best slot wide receivers we had, bro. He was a very good returner. He was a very good slot wide receiver. I love Percy Harvin. Very explosive player. Very good player. For people that don't know who Percy Harvin is, I challenge you to look up his highlights. Percy Harvin was a dog. If it wasn't for his migraines or whatever was going on with him, when he was on that football field, he was all that, man, for real. He was all that. That's a good statement, though, because it wasn't just AP. It was Harvin as well. You're right. You're so right. Oh, Rodgers would change the play. Exactly. And that's why I think they went away from Aaron Rodgers. That was my hot take when I went live a few months ago. Before the season started, I said, yo, they're not going to keep Aaron Rodgers. They're not going to keep him. They're not going to sign Aaron Rodgers because he going to say, audible, chicken noodle soup with a soda on the side, Hulk smash, Iron Man smash, Black Panther smash, every superhero that you can name smash. Audible. He going to audible out of every play. And Kevin O'Connell would have went crazy. He would have been like, hey, listen, bro, this is my show. You ain't going to audible out of my plays, my brother. I really feel that way. I honestly, Andre, you're so correct, bro. You're so correct. Like, it's crazy. Like, I feel like he didn't sign because of that. For real. Facts. What's up? Not too late. Everybody in the building, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us, and I truly feel that way. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. We've been live for 2 hours and 31 minutes. Didn't even know we were live this long. This is how you know we vibing when we live this long. It don't even feel like that. But I gotta get off soon, y'all. But this was a very, very fun live stream. Thank you for everybody that's in the live stream talking that talk. Berrien fumbled also in that. Oh, are you serious, Champion? For real? That's crazy. Everybody's fumbling machine. Oh, why should the Vikings get rid of Kevin O'Connell? All right, I'm going to tell you why the Vikings. All right, listen what I'll say. They shouldn't get rid of Kevin O'Connell if he makes adjustments to his play calling. If he doesn't make adjustments to his play calling and call plays that work with the quarterback that he has on the field, he should be fired because that's the job of a head coach, to make adjustments to what the talent you have on the football field. You cannot coach J.J. McCarthy the same way you coach Sam Darnold. You cannot call the same plays that you called with Kirk Cousins. The same. They're different quarterbacks. And you have to adjust to what you have on the field. You can't call plays that are going 30 yards down the field when your offensive line is hurt and banged up. You got to start calling short plays, quick passes. You can't go for these passes that need to develop 20 yards down the field. If he does that again, he should be fired. If he adjusts and the offense looks better and we make a run, keep his job. But I feel like Viking fans need to hold him accountable, and our standards should be higher than not just and when it comes to our standards should be so much higher than just having regular season awards. Our standards need to be as high as getting to the Super Bowl and winning the Super Bowl. Yes, he has a lot of wins in the regular season. We won 14 games with Sam Darnold. We got booted in the first round. So winning 14 games is not enough. Yes, you have to win games to get to the playoffs, but it's not all about just winning games to get to the playoffs. It's about winning games and winning in the playoffs. There's two different seasons. That's why they call it the regular season, and then they have the postseason. If you do good in the regular season, that's fine. That's good. But what matters the most is the postseason. Yes, the regular season is fun. I love it. I enjoy it. But as a Viking fan, there's too many Viking fans that witness Super Bowls, that witness all 4 Super Bowls that we lost. There's too many Viking fans that have been a Viking fan way longer than me that hasn't seen us win a Super Bowl. And we are tired of regular season awards. And if Kevin O'Connell isn't the coach to get the job done, I'm going to say this respectfully. Hasta la vista, hasta luego, hasta luego, adios, get the stepping, skedaddle. We'll find another coach that can get the job done. That's how I feel. And that's the bottom line to it. We want to win a Super Bowl. We don't just want to win regular season games and get to the playoffs and get booted in the first round. We don't want to look like our team is out-coached every time we go against these teams that are meaningful games. We get out-coached, outplayed. We look like we're not prepared. How many games have we looked? Listen, when we went against the Lions last year, the Lions defense was all hurt. Aiden Hutchinson was out. McNeil was out. Their whole secondary, their whole defense was out of here. And we still couldn't score. When we went against the Rams, even though we had to go to their stadium, our defense wasn't good. I ain't gonna lie. The second half, they made adjustments. Our offense for the whole entire game wasn't good. We tired of the excuses. We trying to win a Super Bowl. That's just the bottom line to it, bro. Again, I say Kevin O'Connell and make Flores head coach. Let's get it. But thank you for everybody that's in the building, man. Appreciate it, man. I'm about to get off this live stream. Appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like button if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Share. If you know any Viking fans that love good energy, if you know anybody that's just a football fan in general, you don't even got to be a Viking fan to be in this on part of this YouTube family. We just want good energy. We want to bring good vibes. There's a lot, and I always say this, there's a lot of evil going on around the whole entire world, and I'm not going to get into detail about it, but I just want people to understand that this is a channel that we can get away from that and just vibe and have a good time. That's all this channel is about. That's my mission. Someone asked me what my mission is about this channel. It's to bring people together from all over the world, all over the country, and just have a good time and vibe. That's all this is. We went live. We're live for 2 hours and 36 seconds, not 36 minutes, and it doesn't even seem like that, but I got to get off. I got to get off because I'm going to be like here all night. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. I'll talk to you. Okay, bro. Yes, hit the like button, everybody. Thank you so much. Vikings versus Giants, 4th and check. Exactly. Cousins jersey. Yes, it's crazy. Play calling is bad, man. Play calling is bad. Top 5, what are you doing moment getting rid of Darnold? Hey, listen. I got to do the laugh for that. All right, y'all got to get off, y'all. I'm going to be on here all night. I was against the Seahawks. That play completely changed. Oh, it was against the Seahawks. Okay. I'm going to write that down. Seahawks. We could have beat the Seahawks, too. Our defense held Sam Darnold in check, y'all. Our defense held Sam Darnold and that offense in check, bro. For real. Vikings and Seahawks are pretty similar teams, just not at quarterback. Yes, Nick, you're 100% correct. You're 100% correct, bro. Top 10 defense, just not the quarterback right now because we don't know what J.J. McCarthy is right now. I believe in J.J. McCarthy, but I think they will make a trade. I think Mac Jones is probably the favorite, though. Go, Pack, go. Shout out to the Packer fans. We're going to beat the brakes off of y'all in 2026, just to let you know that, respectfully speaking. We're going to beat the brakes off of the Packers. We're going to beat the brakes off of the Bears. We're going to beat the brakes off of the Lions. And I say that respectfully. For all the teams in our division, NFC North Division, Bears, Packers, and Lions, we're going to beat the brakes off of y'all. And I say that respectfully with all the love in the world. Seahawks going on this king, yeah. Boo, Vikings. All right. It's all good. Shout out to Gamer Jimmy. Appreciate you, brother. Seahawks, shout out to Seahawk fans. Seahawks are going, we'll see what the Seahawks can do. Seahawks going to get thumped in Drake May. Seahawks going to go in the big end. Darnold going to get pressured and Seagulls and always done. That's Herb. We'll see what happens. Y'all tripping, keep sleeping on Seattle. I ain't sleeping on Seattle. I got Seattle winning. What makes it worse, the Vikings were top 10 in yards per game. Bro, it sucks. And he didn't run it there. Man, yeah, listen, bro. I pretty much exposed this whole thing when it comes to Kevin O'Connell. And he's such this great offensive genius. If you're such a genius offensively, why didn't you fire your offensive line coach during the season? People get fired all the time during the season, coaches. You could have fired him. Why wait to the end of the season? You're too late. The offensive line was horrible. But like I said, the reason why he didn't fire him is because then who's he going to have to blame? Who he going to have to blame? You can't blame Brian Flores because the defense was too good. So who you gonna blame? The special teams? Who you gonna blame? You gotta blame somebody. I'm telling y'all. I'm not 100% correct. I just feel like that. If we trade Addison, my favorite wide receiver in the draft is Denzel Boston. I'm gonna look him up. Denzel Boston. I'm gonna look him up. I got the Seahawks in the Super Bowl, but like I said, man, it could be the Patriots too, though. The Patriots can definitely be. Hey, listen, the Patriots could definitely win, bro. Like the Patriots can definitely win the Super Bowl. I just got the favorites as the Seahawks, but you listen. Drake May's a dog. He young, but he playing like a vet. Why does it seem like Drake May's playing like a vet, bro? It don't make sense how good he is already. He's only 23 years old. It's not right. It doesn't feel right. And I mean that in a good way for the Patriot fans out there. How is he this young doing this? How? He's playing amazing for a 23-year-old second-year quarterback. And that defense behind him is playing good as well. The coaching, everything about that team, the organization. The Patriots started all the way over, and Tom Brady left the Patriots. They started over. They did draft Mac Jones. They thought that was going to be the replacement. They let him go, and then they were terrible to one season, and they drafted Drake May with the 3rd overall pick. You see what I'm going with this? Like they started completely over from after having an all-time great quarterback. And they're already in the Super Bowl. Why can't that be the Vikings? We can do that too. I'm not going to be the Viking. I'm not going to say we're not going to be able to do it. I'm going to speak it into existence. That's what I'm going to do. It is what it is. I'll be Mr. Positive when it comes to that. But I ain't going to be Mr. Positive when it comes to Kevin O'Connell because his offense, a play calling is horrible. Prior to that, the Vikings were 0-14 with 14 in short passes. Yeah, it's with 4th in short passes. Yeah, man. I just moved to VA from Minnesota. Wow. How is it? How's the difference? What's the biggest difference? But yeah, shout out to everybody. But I gotta get off. Yeah, Zeke. Yeah, that's my guy. Zeke just left me. Vikes fans never learn. They made a bad choice getting JJ McCarthy. Sam going to win a Super Bowl. JJ never will, bro. Never will, bro. Get real. Hey, listen. You might be right. I'm not saying. Hold on. Let me read that comment. Shout out to everybody. Hit the like button. Everybody hit the subscribe button. Let me get to this comment real quick. You might be right, bro. But what am I supposed to say as a Viking fan? Am I supposed to just say JJ McCarthy sucks? Am I supposed to say JJ McCarthy will never win? If I'm a Viking fan, yeah, I keep it real. But I have to keep it real when it comes to both sides of it, though. He hasn't been healthy, and he showed some promise. Most of the deficiencies on the offense wasn't even just the injuries, y'all. It wasn't just the quarterback play. It's the freaking play calling, y'all. I know people don't want to hold Kevin O'Connell accountable. I'm telling y'all, the play calling could have made JJ McCarthy look better way sooner than the last few weeks of the season. But what am I supposed to do? Just be like, oh, JJ McCarthy sucks? No, because I don't believe that. Now, if JJ McCarthy doesn't improve in 2026, we'll have a different conversation if he gets the opportunity. But right now, he did show me some things. Whether or not he is the guy is a different story. Sam Darnold winning the Super Bowl, you could be 100% correct, bro. I'm not saying you're wrong. I actually got the Seahawks winning the Super Bowl, but that's not a guarantee. I'll tell you that right now. But the fact that Sam Darnold got to the Super Bowl is disrespectful for Viking fans because we had him in the building. That's what's disrespectful. And now if he wins it, that's even worse. That's why I feel like Kevin O'Connell got exposed. And I'm going to keep on saying it. He got exposed because even though Sam Darnold wasn't a top tier quarterback, he was considered a bust before he came to the Vikings. He still was a veteran quarterback. Even though Kirk Cousins wasn't the greatest quarterback of all time, he still was a veteran quarterback and he was good. He knew how to call audibles and he knew how to run an offense like Kevin O'Connell's because that's the type of quarterbacks they are. But on top of that, they both need running games, and Kevin O'Connell didn't like to run the ball. And the guy that we have right now in J.J. McCarthy needs the run more than both those quarterbacks. Every quarterback needs the run game. So I don't want to make it seem like J.J. McCarthy can't play. But J.J. McCarthy feeds off that running game probably more than any quarterback that I just named. He needs the running game. And Kevin O'Connell didn't give it to him. He did not let him. They didn't run the ball, even though it was successful. 4.5 a carry is very, very good in the NFL. Let me say that one more time. 4.5 a carry between Aaron Jones and Jordan Mason. And guess what? They gave up on the run. They gave up on the run. That is play calling. Even with all the injuries on the offensive line, they averaged 4.5 a carry. I'm sorry, y'all. I keep going back and forth with that. But I'm just a passionate Viking fan. What I'm most excited about is this is likely Kevin O'Connell. And two Coke cans, and you might be 100% correct. And listen, if Kevin O'Connell doesn't step his game up, skedaddle. And I agree with you. Because I'm tired of this. I want to win a Super Bowl, not regular season awards. I'm tired of people saying, well, he won so many games. I don't care. If we don't win in the playoffs, it doesn't matter. What does Stone Cold or The Rock say? It doesn't matter what your name is. You know the vibes? It doesn't matter. That's how I feel, man. That's how I feel, bro. I got to get off this live show. We can read a couple more comments. Terry, what's going on, Terry? I can't wait till Michigan is Russia able to come up. Much support him. Okay, bro. I'm going to have to look him up. There's so many people I got to look up, man. There's so many players. But skull to you, bro. Yes, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Everybody that's in the building. We do live for every Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Sports is designed to bring us together, not separate us. And I truly feel that way. We're also going live for primetime games as well. Salute to each and every one of y'all that's in the building. All right, let's see. Read a couple more comments and I'm getting off. The worst coach. Les Sterling is the worst coach. Can you see and say you've been? Yeah. All right, shout out to everybody, but I got to get off this live stream. I'm just reading a couple more comments. That's true. He got to stay healthy. I'm not disagreeing with you, bro, with that. Harvey returned 8 touchdown in the Super Bowl beginning. Second half. Okay, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Right. Yeah, I love Percy Harvey, man. Percy. Yeah. What up, True Grizzly? What's good with you, bro? Yeah, Percy Harvin was the dude, especially with the Gators. Yes, I love Percy Harvin. Percy Harvin was really good, bro. Percy Harvin kick return against the 49ers in 2009, though. Yeah, I love Percy Harvin. We had some really good players, man, throughout the history, bro. We got to get a Super Bowl, bro. Like, that's where I'm at right now. Like, we got to get a Super Bowl. Like, I'm tired of, like, all these excuses, bro. Like, it is what it is. Like all these excuses need to stop, man. If you a Viking fan, like, we got to stop making excuses for bad play, like, for bad calls, like, bad play calling and bad play, like, and bad play on the field. We're not making no excuses. We holding our team accountable. The Viking fan base need to hold this team accountable, from coaching staff to all players, ownership, everybody. From the top, bottom, everybody needs to be held accountable, straight up. We're not going for just regular season awards anymore. We're going for Super Bowls, playoff runs, deep playoff runs and Super Bowls. That's how I look at it. I don't care. I'm not waiting 5 years for J.J. McCarthy to develop for us to get to the Super Bowl. Drake May is in his second year in the Super Bowl. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear that young quarterbacks can't play good enough to get to the Super Bowl. I don't want to hear it. Literally, it's happening right now. So why is Drake May doing it? You're telling me that the Patriots organization is that much better than our organization? I don't believe that. Yeah, they won Super Bowls throughout the history. We had some great players throughout the history, y'all. We got to the Super Bowl. We just haven't won. It'd be different if the Vikings never got to the Super Bowl. We got to the Super Bowl. We just never won. Carolson needs to go free flow. Yo, that's the most popular saying right now. Oh my goodness, yo. I never heard it this much now, but now I'm definitely hearing it. Send me a link. I'll teach. You know what? I will have some people, special guests coming on, but that's not this live stream because I'm about to get off. Okay, dude. I can't believe the Steelers hired Mike. He's terrible. Mm-hmm. Kevin Connell isn't even that good in 5 years. No playoff wins. Yeah, but people want to say that, bro. People want to say he's the best. That's the problem, Cody. Quasi or Rick? I pick Rick at this point. Yeah, I pick Rick. I pick Rick as well. But the thing about it, I like Rick because I feel like he had more power. You know what I mean? I think he had more power than Quasi. If it's true that Quasi doesn't have as much power as we think he has, and I talked to numerous Viking fans. Numerous Viking fans are telling me that he doesn't have as much power as we think he does. They saying that Kevin O'Connell has more power than him. So, I mean, what I would say is this. This is the last year for Quasi and Kevin O'Connell. And I will say this again. If Kevin O'Connell's play calling doesn't match the talent of JJ McCarthy, adjusting the play calling to match his talent, and our offense is ranked number 29th in total offense for the whole entire season, he should get fired before the end of the season. I say that respectfully. People want to come at JJ McCarthy like he's some bust. Yes, he gotta get healthy. He gotta stay healthy, I'll say. I get that. I can't say nothing about that part. But I feel like he showed some things. And I'm just so tired of people not holding Kevin O'Connell accountable more. Now people are. So I gotta give Viking fans credit. But he needs to be held accountable. And Quasi needs to be held accountable. When you draft a player, knowing that your team can't develop talent all like that, you need to make sure they're more ready than anything. I don't know how you're going to do that, but this is why I question the leadership when it comes to the Vikings head coach. I do. I really do. Let's go Nuggets. Time to beat the Pistons. Nugget. Oh, they're going against the Pistons. Shout out to my boy Dylan. Shout out to you, bro. I might, by the way, on my other channel, I might cover the Nuggets. Mike Sports Vibes Ballin'. If anybody's interested in basketball, here's my other YouTube channel. I'm just going to post it in the comments. Post it in the comments. If you're into basketball or baseball, I cover the Sixers and I cover the Phillies on that channel. If you're interested in play-by-play, make sure you subscribe to this channel as well. But in the playoffs, I'm going to cover a Western Conference team. I'm thinking about the Nuggets because of you, bro. If I don't cover the Nuggets, I'll probably cover the Thunder, or it's either the Nuggets, Thunder, or Rockets. So I got to make a choice of who I want to cover the most. It's between those three teams. I think the Nuggets are favored because I'm a big Cam Johnson guy, and I feel like that was a very good pickup by y'all. That's a slept-on pickup by y'all. What's going on with your quarterback? I don't know, man. We're gonna see next year. Bear down. He's from yeah, that's true. That's true. 2024 NFL draft is amazing, but we gotta we'll see. Everyone against us, hashtag KC, too conservative on play calling. No, I don't know about conservative on play calling. That man, he just not good, bro. He's just not a good play caller, bro. Like, I say that respectfully. People want to listen. We gonna hold that man accountable. We're gonna hold that man accountable, y'all. I don't even know, man. He tried to do too much play calling. That's my thing. Yeah, quiet compared to Minneapolis. You know, I've been to my first Viking game. Let me just say this before I get off. I went to my first Viking game this season. And I went to the Falcons game, week 2, first home game. I met Dante Culpepper, got Dante Culpepper's autograph. First time being in Minneapolis, first time being in Minnesota. I've been a Viking fan for over 20 years, and it was one of the best experiences I ever had in my life. I'm going to be honest with you. I had my wife with me. Me and my wife was down there. One of the greatest experiences I had in my life. So it was amazing. Everywhere you go, skull. Like, I feel like I'm at home, man. Like, you know, I'm from PA, so it's like, I wear my Viking stuff. I walk everywhere with my Viking stuff, and they would be looking at me like, oh, why you got that on? Yeah, because I'm not an Eagle fan. I'm not a Steeler fan. I'm not an Eagle fan. That's why. But they don't say nothing to me, though. Only like once in a blue moon, someone will say something. I represent the purple and gold. We're everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And but that was a very good experience, man. I met a lot of cool people. Yeah, good times, good memories. Got a lot of pictures. Mike, happy Tuesday, love from T. Shout out to you, bro. Appreciate you. Pork chop. Didn't have the talent like you. Tip Top, what's good with you, bro? You should go live for NFL draft. Maybe. Oh yeah, I will. I'm going live for the NFL draft. You heard it. You're hearing it first right now for everybody that's on the live stream. I will be going live for the NFL draft. Yeah, I will be going live for the NFL draft. You're so right. You're so right about that. Everybody that's in the building, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We are going live for every single Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us, and I truly feel that way. Salute to each and every one of y'all that's in the building right now. We're also going live for some primetime games as well. Shout outs to everybody that's been in and out. Yes, I do listen to them. Shout out to them. I actually gave them a shout out because I was talking about Kevin O'Connell's the game, the Patriots versus the Broncos. They were saying in other words, they were like, yo, would Kevin O'Connell adjust his play calling, or would he try to throw the ball in the dang on storm? like would he run the ball? Like, and that's a valid question. I'm so glad everybody is questioning. They're starting to question Kevin O'Connell, and I love it because it's like I've been seeing it, and I'm happy people are seeing it a lot more now because, like, especially when you have a young quarterback and you see him not looking the best. And I had to really think. I thought it was. See, I was on the Kevin O'Connell Kool-Aid as well, right? Where it was like, oh, Kevin O'Connell's the best. He's the quarterback whisperer. If any quarterback we have should be good. If he's not good, if the quarterback ain't good, it's really because he's not good. And then I looked at the play call and I looked at the video and really watched what was happening. I was like, oh, Kevin O'Connell, you got to step your game up. And then especially, I did question a lot of times, even when we had Kirk Cousins and Sam Darnold, but it got worse this season for me. So yeah, and I shout out to Purple Daily. I'm gonna have to hopefully one day I can get on their show one day. You know what I'm saying? My Sports Vibes on their show. That'd be awesome. Shout out to them. And the next Super Bowl champion, 3 Atlanta Falcons. TB, I don't know. I get to watch this stuff and Giant stuff. Yeah. It's hard out here. Everybody, my whole family are Steeler fans, bro. My whole family are Steeler fans and Eagle fans, bro. All of them are Steeler fans and Eagle fans. All right, so my cousins, most of them are Eagles and Steelers, right? And then my oldest son, I don't know what I did wrong. He's an Eagle fan. He's an Eagle fan. I don't know what to do. He went against the grain. I don't know what happened. He's an Eagle fan. I don't know why. My youngest is they're both Viking fans though. So yeah. Beating the 2-year Stanley Cup. Oh, Utah is beating the 2-year in a Stanley Cup. Okay. We gotta get the Flyers there. Phil Jordan, Declan Archer went to the game at the Shirley Brewery. Oh wow. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check them. I have to check them out. Yeah, Judd is so cool, laid back. Phil cool. Declan is cool. They cool people, man. Cool people. Cool show. One of the best shows on YouTube. Viking content. One of the best shows. Definitely up there. Viking fans here, go Pats and Super. Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Bill Belichick isn't a first ballot Hall of Famer. What are your thoughts on it? Bill Belichick. That's crazy work. I don't know why. My thoughts is crazy. That's crazy. I don't know how he's not. Is there? Yeah, it's the age. Yeah, you mean the Eagle. I'm an Eagle. Oh, I'm an Eagle fan. Oh, you're a Vikings fan? They suck. They never won the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? I can hear it now, bro. You're right. It's gonna be a while. Who's in the cup? Yep. All right, y'all. I'm out. At least your son isn't just fans. Then we definitely have a check on him because, yeah, he be delusional. Right. Facts. All right, y'all, I'm getting off. Make sure y'all hit the like button on your way out. Hit the subscribe button on your way out. God bless to each and every one of y'all that's in the building. Thank you so much for being tuned in. And like I said, we will be going live. I do my nature walks and stuff. Y'all know what I be doing. Do my nature walks and talk about the Vikings and just talk about what's going on in the NFL. And we will be going live for every Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And we're also going to be going live for primetime games, not all but some. We will be live for Super Bowl 60, and we will be live for this the NFL draft coming up. So look forward to all that. And we will be live numerous times. Like, I go live all the time. I mean, I really do. It's just I haven't been really going live too much because I've been battling a cold. I just been not feeling the best, all like that. So I've been battling the cold. So I haven't been live all like that. But usually I'm live a lot. So you will be seeing me soon. Shout out to everybody in the building. God bless everybody. Be safe. And always peace out, y'all.
Mike Sports Vibes, thank you for vibing with me. Yeah. Mike Sports Vibes, thank you for vibing with me. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. Let's go.
I really do this.
I'm a hybrid fan. I'm a stand-up man. Yeah. They be hating on the squads, but they really a fan. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. Let's go.